Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya wona fi yare. Yamfa yare nsu nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma, and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055 000 5077 055 000 5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support. Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya wona fi yare. Yamfa yare nsu nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw.
Hello, Minyama. Me say a droya me baby juma dance ya chow, Mrs. Bento, me juma dance ye, minim a dra me baby dimu asem a chow, MSP 30. Me say a drawway, a bra na mean to me bra, me say my bra jita one day in the crown so mojano and papa, me say a drawway and a chicha jane. Wouldn't say, to me ya bra ya, one no a drawway ya, send ya was a ba uflo, and my uflo pepe, one more almost caught a feature na on my just young way yet so want to mean your own me see MSP 30 a drawway me see me nienti a me di ho dance ya day actually pair binto ya pebito or bow uchima asay or bow
because as on every question Rosie will quick question you be bizarre Rosie bizarre the tender yeko counselor
Rosie
but your last week no story no oka bibi and ana my drink a cry.
But you know, say
okay, say you starve your sex and yeah, health-wise, no, and yeah.
Oh yes.
That means your bar. How long should you go without sex? And how long should you go without sex? I think the question should be, shouldn't you go without? Some yes. Should you? What? Yeah, because I said, what's that book people who have studied the prayer? Wow. Okay. And because I was why?
Well, me da 70 for near for na no kura ni say yen to me fatabo and to so say o start go 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks say na be but who delay in having sexual intercourse because sex is the only mechanism to do total body overhauling. Anytime you delay in having sex or you deny yourself in engaging in the act for any reason, which will be healthy or unhealthy for you, what the medical implication. Makada said, medically, you see, regularly, babies are for bad girls, fibroids are for good girls. So a fallow ground, once you keep on menstruating, and breaking egg, shedding off, shedding off, it leads you to preparing the grounds whilst activity is not going, especially if you are growing. As a child, they say, I'm going to have 9 years in menstruating, so we'll not attribute it to them. But Obia to say, Rose is your Tiwi and can come. Well, I was starting sex. After the way year to say, I have started, but now I'm practicing celibacy. And once you saw Swan so papa, na men can just say, Obedia, and Pema grow. 50 and 30 aircon, ya near be a baby a crowd, a foul corridor, a crowd, ya near be a baby a crowd, because you are less in activity. Ya near money your doors, unless I take my time to tell you again. But one of the things you should know is that sex is one of the active ingredients in the body that causes you to have total body overhauling. It takes your demeanor, your mood swings away. It gives you clear mind. It gives you clear skin. You have better hair growth. Oba will stay away from sex. Oluzuni is like Uyuzuni because the hormones that makes you excited, that helps you grow, need not to be taken care of. So who delay too much? Who could to kind 7 years? Who could to kind 2 years? Or no matter. They say, why are there pa also? Last week we said between the one that is not sexually active and the one that is sexually active, why not they to me share so because they are only sexually active, then not all share. So those who are sexually active are those who suppress their needs in terms of trying to keep away from having sexual intercourse. So they suffer. Sex is a good medicine for the body. And if you don't practice it, any reason bet knows to yourself, whether you are doing that for celibacy's sake, for chasticism, and now udi software na bibia, you're careful. Say Bible people say, "Yambrantem na bonsam ambe soyen amhwe." Osi obi a why na adwen say onye no ombrantem na bonsam ambe so no amhwe. So Rosie, Mr. di ho na ebebo. Eya bisa Kofi Adoma.
As I can big me. Say it. I say yeah, yo, ebebo. Aye. Cause we quite asem so and there.
Yeah, quite asem so. Me go wait. Mr. Meba sebo.
Okay, video.
So what? I mean, let me say Rosie. Me name say mo friend mo ya sana me ba na Regizipi story na we post no when who can one send that na. But obi friend can kire ne say. Instead of saying sorry, onja chale nika. And a more post nasia mo see this is all God wants. This is what peace of mind. Munja and say hunu na mon kan kire ne say compatchable because the fact that the one chone e ya ne say or the asida e ma ne yede dada say wa ma oma ye resetting and recalibration. There's nothing like that. Or ye the needful. SNE email na debia or see on seni ahomaso no. Onyanyansa seni email to make a request to attend the baby's party. And the wife granted one entry. 18 or coin. It is about your one can't say after realizing my mistake and doing the needful, I have been granted the opportunity to be part of my wife's and baby's life, my ex-wife and baby's life. And I am very grateful to Madam for giving me this opportunity. But what is writing there, as if others think their marriage is back. If their marriage is back, where is the white girl going? Where is he going to put the white girl? Before this marriage will work, he has to go and retract all the things he has written and said about Edith. And especially Salima, who insulted this woman not knowing her, or who did that, or in Casada, but or catch her and said, or in Acaso Nimu. Hey, a woman, sure, dear Cacra said, and you ask me one, our dears a tomb pansa, and yet to Quania Tembi, dear, and a mini. And you Regizipi, one country and said, you watch on deleting or rewriting here. So your Bema, not still on Kaiser Messi, he should seek for professional counseling. And Sana, Yantia Semde. Rosie, any moon country, one in number.
All right, yeah, take counselor, yeah, I say, and we're quite as the soon tip. Wait, yes, my branch, and they said the age. All I want my story to be a lesson to every young adult out there, and I hope to be forgiven by my girlfriend's father. It's a very small world, they say, but I never knew it could close up on me this quick. Last year, while driving, a man who looked to be in his 60s crossed me, and it took a level of God's grace and skill to avoid a nearly fatal accident. And because I was furious, I confronted the old man and spoke my mind to him, and subsequently reported him to the MTTP officer on duty that day. Few months passed by, and my girlfriend, whom I have known or been with since medical school, decided to introduce me to her dad. And it was the man I had encountered some time back. And upon noticing me, he reminded me of the incident and said he can't give his daughter to an inconsiderate man like me to marry. And I caused him so much pain on that day. The truth is that at that moment, I was just trying to exercise my civil duty, and I was in no way trying to use my position as a doctor in the military to intimidate him. I've come a long way with my girlfriend, and we can't let this go. Advise us. Abranche doctor ewo soje no patch say e we be a twem last year o baby. But I'm quite so Africa no say papa akukure bi ohwe obedi be 60. Aba cross no ewo kwan mu na nyame adom e na che say odi swerve na kawan swerve aka enti ase pakra na the girlfriend on no wo a free school, a medical school, according to 7 years. Na Sabrina now the girl we issue I almost start here on today. But that one girl is maybe for what your papa say you to my okay. If I check me papa, okay, papa ye or nobody direct. Now papa the guys are branch. Okay, I said men every be a cross the wood, make what they and sign them in my police. The police and farming co FTT for the farming co. Sabreno or Yawa de be fem, me real who sat down. And they ya send me the becho. In fact, Joe, now pa for send me the meba, and then ma obema or to say our body and my so da. Now, so if you make him call, and one as a mammy catch up. A branch is what trim, yeah, papa this day. No one put your name, yes, and the soldier, and as a doctor, you are yen and now the baby blue papa. Na oyene duty say o man papa cause abre no enye nyame na ebe mu ne skill bi o wanka obi papa is no tiase papa say there be timwede na otimi mfa ne papa emu obi a timwede za e ware no e ma so da your srena also if you need go asema da party ya paso o say ihia ne papa onye ready so ba jan ye mo Councilor, what did you say?
Sebo, Boko there.
Boko.
May that sense so any okay kind of church. Now, when I mean this out too, I mean coming in. For the first time, it's how I be supposed. You think the man is being too much or the man is being fair?
Do I think the man is being what?
Or yet too much, and now or is being fair?
Maybe I think that the man is doing too much.
Okay.
Because I can't tell you so, yeah.
Thank you. Number two, per what the description of the person is, he's a disciplined person in quotes in our society. Are you aware?
Yes, yes.
So soldiers are trained to learn how to hold on so they don't misbehave in public space. One of the few people that can misbehave are not soldiers because they have been trained to manage their cognitive templates. So no matter how he reacted and he's justifying the reaction, do you think the man is still doing too much?
Counselor, still, Papa,
because if you are handing over, if you are only handing over the man to the police for his behavior on the road, what warranted some actions that have led you to be in the bad books of this man?
Okay, maybe okay.
Thank you. So I'm saying that your anger management is only seen in the public domain, not at home. That's one thing we all don't really think through. Say, but on radio, nobody will see your anger. Why? Because there's a producer. Why? Because if somebody is managing you and you know where you're sitting is for a time, 2 hours, 3 hours. So if you are able to comport yourself, that is why we say the guy is managing his anger. But if you are okay at home, it is not anger management. So I believe that if you think the man is not being fair, for me, where I sit, if we have grown-up men like this, who will continue to uphold the sanctity of proper upbringing and discipline, just like what this old man is doing. All the men on this earth will learn to manage themselves well. Having said that, Sebo, Rosie, se ukunu boy adi na call out ni na o papa kasia. Rosie, ubetria ma papa ana o ne be twetan. Se Rosie what like o be come na nyem na papa ni ewu ana o be ta papa echi. Go, because anytime a supposedly long time steady mate, a friend, a boyfriend, and misbehavior, they be a managing say or be children of panyansa no akoni anyuno, and they pay for the outcome of it. As same way see yempo abrantie on fan yenkomompo embo ge ya maniempo only say ne papa so nza on fan yenfato ho enkaye. Po say me say na dey see ye e ka say na ka me ku akokora bi o but me dey ma police for na apostle for only ne man wadwen po na ye den say if the man is going through any clinical condition, were you handing over the man to the police so they will help him seek for medical help, and now you wanted them to arrest him for his misbehavior on the way? Did you call the action of a 60-year-old man a misbehavior? Now, this man who has gone to meet the helper of destiny, who is this girl's father, must learn a fresh lesson from the girl's father. As a matter of fact, it's not because of the behavior and I said, Papa said, me family mom, and I'm in the mom. The man can go beyond the mouth based on this. But may I tell every father, never give your daughter to a man in marriage if you don't know the man well. May I repeat you? Mema ejebia fane baba. Enyo baba mo. Mema ejebia wasasi so enfane baba. Emma bene bia nadwimu dwa. Onim sana ye control your emotions. Say what they will baba be ma bene jimiphobia or ye possessive or ye controlling on ye leader. So be your leader no him or who make ansana or kasa. Obi or ye leader or kasa keke. So what must say? So the leadership quality in this discipline officer, Wakushia medicine or she uniform, no, it is a clear cut of the anger mismanagement. So he needs to know, say, he cannot tolerate other people on the streets. But he may be okay, or see, he didn't take an action because he was in his uniform. That is what she could have pegged him not to misbehave because he was in uniform.
Are you also considering, say, what if say or also reckless?
I'm saying the man was reckless. We are not justifying his recklessness, but we are justifying his age, which is associated with the people to behave that way. Everybody can make mistakes.
Justify recklessness, Counselor.
Sibo. We might be using a stronger word, but everybody, including you and me, can make mistakes. Are you aware, regardless of our age?
That is very true.
But a man who has lived 60 years on earth might be doing something that is not normal on the street. An old man was crossing the street faster. Then his pen top fell. He stopped to pick the pen top. Not our kilo when he, but a bama dream said, Papa, we even though all kind of work, BBAC obedient. So I intentionally slowed down. And also, the pen top nation and who's out of or Kotoya fire or climbing 50 or crossing. This must be a reckless lifestyle. But I was managing myself because if you cannot manage yourself, you are not qualified to marry. Especially men with high-end anger like this man. You know what uniform is? A uniform is to discipline you. A uniform is to let you know that you can do what they are doing, but because of your uniform, you cannot act the way they are acting. And especially when it comes to a man. Any man who cannot control his anger, I repeat, is not qualified for marriage. It's qualified to live in the zoo. And let me explain myself as a rapper. This man is doing well. So, but if you spell the word manage, the word manage is not for women. Women were created to cope. Women were created to cope. So when it comes to coping mechanism, men don't have the ability to cope, but women have ability to cope. But men were created to manage. So when you're spelling manage, how do you spell it? M, is that right? A-N-A-G-E, is that right?
M-A-N.
Manage,
A-G-E.
So manage means from creation, man, age. Man, age. Mean, that's the word. Man, age. One day I was explaining to it full, but man, age. Charlie. I did the assume about down by man, age. So women cannot manage, they cope. That is why no man on earth can ever satisfy any woman in your life, not even me. Or better be a new more bad, the best soon da and Pema grow, Siko, and Daniel, Upa Kokufia to be so yet say, or one ye, then when ya, your catcher said, or Bawalia say, oh, yashi, that's Waumi Sa. Waumi and Sa, our two bedin, it may catch and say, this man, the only thing he needs to learn is to learn the hard way by going for anger therapy. And even if this man will not give him the wife that he wants, he has to go and manage his anger. And it is to the rest of us. So, but all of us men must learn how to manage our emotions, our thoughts, and our feelings. Let's begin to grow with self-control. And finally, more money ban. Teach them how to delay gratification. Anger management starts from delayance of gratification. And yet they are planning to say, and yet they are planning to learn how to delay gratification from their toys to their games to the food they desire to eat. And if you are raising a man, don't forget, you are raising a future father, you are raising a husband, and you are raising a generation that will always continue for the rest of our life. This man has a case, but the man is so good that okoyeni anger management you here ebeboa say get we ntie ni baba no worry so jani one day yet ha not the bufuo exibam because oni amotre obema bi ehia abotre bema the software to yiri phone so a monitor and for the kasa bema or the tracking device asha na yiri care wonyina omunyina they have anger problem and so more mental issues. As a matter of fact omabodan but akasi ebeboa won anger because obsession 0277 number say 0277 Meda papa say odisi eyo me man fa ne bane wale na be ma say ni oni nyansa na di mundo 0277 won kan chance won ko counselor luto 609 644 Misa bodo ba so bioma 0277 609 644 na se sia de o frem na san kamia ben look at the number beto asam +1 862 571 3950 first number no WhatsApp 862 571 3950 chia Kofi Admama naka chia ni say ni sika offer ma Rosie into her mommy na ni wendi offer ma Rosie into her mommy
but as a counselor George Luther to what on Facebook into me on Facebook na wapa ko hwe nya counselor e wo my dem counselor oba ye manu paki ku Macken's travel luggage Macken's travel luggage colors there abudu bebre ye ma 5 years warranty mo pese mo ni business so no mo fra na se mo send here what.
All right, so Aluta continua. The business for today continues immediately right now, just like the way you saw me doing justice to it. So when I land from the place, then I come back to our one and only Abna so that we can take the story from there. So the story for the day is still with us here, and we will work justice to it. If you are just joining me, remember that this is the School of Marriage and Relationship, and we should our screens, and then let's begin to talk what is going on, because we need to solve the issue for this young man who has brought a story. We might not have a longer hour today because there's a program coming up as early as 7:30, like I said yesterday, and from 3 days today. I am in Florida, Eagle Wings Ministries International at Florida here, and it's happening this evening as early as 7:30. Myself and Apostle Stanley. Ladies and gentlemen, if Abner comes, we'll be able to do. We are just 2K, and we are hitting the screens to go. A lot of us have not come here before, but this is probably brought to you by Makwe Ginger Honey Chips. Makwe Ginger Honey Chips is the best of the best. If you have not taken some before, then voila. Let me say a big thank you to Bodyline Clothing for my outfit. Even in America, I've not bought anything to wear here. Oh, I'm wearing their old school. They are old school except my cap and my glasses. But the dresses I wear, when you see that they are nice, it's coming from Bodyline Clothing, Accra Central. If you go right now to Tubu, one of the biggest boutique with a lot of house and curtains, different designs from the whole world, you can find it there. You want your jeans, you want your suit, whatever you want to wear. This Christmas, if there's nothing to wear, don't be angry. And the funny thing is that anybody who was there, who as a counselor, say, they give you 30% plus. A young man is going to get married, and all of a sudden he went to them and said, "Bacho, me counselor say, nah, say this. And then unfortunately for him, even though now, many name Kasaya, no, Korean, no, say, Counselor Banabo, you see, the Bamu, the way, I see the acquire wedding, you see, you, oh, sir, and I'm saying, okay, I didn't fry. You're changing shoe back, okra, and investment. So that is how generous friends and the family is when it comes to Counselor Lutrot. I wore their clothes for more close to 9 years now. My share Bodyline Clothing, and me to choir mentorship. A Bodyline Clothing, Okakaso P. Counselor say, Membra, Kotobima Ukuno, ye two no na Tadia or Sha and Fatana say 1 year for I can see. Or see a size 15, but Oko Onyana Tadia says size 15, you fool with me. And took a Toman and Fatana to send me. The way he be, that's when you feel Kotobima is out. The Ayana say, almost say a Sha, almost so much. But at the end, it is a double-breasted suit. Double-breasted suit, there are people in the army. And there are pregnant army officers. It's in a Udu baby and son of Oshe. Oshe is so charming, Kwame and Fatao. Tell them, we have a 2 flatter and Fatao. This is Gabi Ochedako, Osha and Fatan. Obise Kodi, Osha and Fatan. Abeku Santana. Osha and Kuye, Mama, and say you fool eba. Counselor Lutrot, media men coming there. It's answer one castle. Sabo and she bitter because Sabo was shed double breasted pet assembly see a crew. The American said, now so called Bodyline Clothing. The other the other fatal power. You were Accra Central. Says, you were Baku, Ewo, Accra Central, despite then. You be a Cassia Pam so Ewo, Tudu, Udu, Bodyline Clothing is the biggest name in Ghana and elsewhere. Obi beto fiho ediba America ebeshe. Suit never home a duty. But what they not call affordability a hallmark. Christianity a value chain. And everybody must smile. A yen slogan. Go to Bodyline Clothing and look good like myself. Me that's a pa se udi see ayoyo. Yan koya ni me nan koma media nene ye. If you can't manage your anger, don't marry. I'm talking to a man. And as for women, women don't have what it takes to manage anger. That is why they do coping mechanism and coping skills. And like I said in my earlier submission, managing was done and was created for men. So every man must be raised and trained to know how to manage. So management is a key word for a man. It's all about na okopia okay. But who about Bearman no kopia? Don't be excited and don't be happy about it because no credit say Emma have a coping mechanism, but Emma any coping mechanism. The Emma one, your friend management. Now, some management is from the beginning of creation, where God gave Adam the opportunity to manage. A man age up, man age, man age, man age. So for men, management is growth. Now, the qualities of the type of husband that you need to have. One of the qualities is a man who can manage their anger, a man who can see and refuse to talk. We have men that when they see, if they don't talk, they cannot break them. That are for women when it comes to coping skills, because in coping skills, but when it comes to the total management of life, a man manage. That is why you need to marry a man who is a leader before becoming a husband. Never marry a husband who wants to become a leader, because if you allow a man who is not a leader to lead you, you will crash down and you will become sentimental, useless in society. Men who, by virtue of the slightest thing that happened, they end up saying what they're not supposed to say. Men who, according to history, by virtue of something small that happens, they are telling you, Oshebre, and I say, I've said it before. Any man who believes that anybody at all can sleep with a wife is not just stupid, but he's foolish. And I'll explain. Because if you are living with a wife and you believe that the wife has become a public bowl that everybody eats in it, and you are still proud to be called a husband to this woman, you are stupid, because you are hurting yourself. If you don't have BP, very soon you get one. If you don't have diabetes, very soon you get one, because it means that at every stage of the life of your wife, you are counting how many people are sleeping with your wife. And if you don't take care, you might be disgracing yourself, because one shower of freeway, saying that only me one shower for your office crack command the boss warning. One shower before can send people if you are not sure of the way you manage your anger, please go and find a professional to help you manage your anger, because you are not security conscious. You are not security conscious. And it's not because you are protecting your territory. Neither are you protecting your corridor. You are just an immature, anger deficiency person. And if you don't know how to manage your anger, look at yourself. At times, I laugh at people. When it comes to their workplace, they're able to manage their workers, especially like me, who I find myself with a lot of workers who were employed in those days, not with certification. They were trained on the job. Majority of them finds it very difficult to, as it were, run with the current algorithm that we have created in the system, like report writing. They go and come back to give you verbal report. But right now they have added something they call a POW, programs of work, and they want activities. So the new thing that has come on the block from the government sector is to be able to have data so we can justify our expenditure. So my old men who were having nothing to do with writing a report, all of a sudden are demanded to write a report for me. And when you call them and ask for a report, you'll be shocked. You will be shocked. Even estimation, they have a way they do their estimate, but the new standard of doing estimation has also come on the block. They've given them computers to feed in and whatever. So, the new system alone is giving us more room to be patient enough. So I went to Home Depot, one of the biggest shops when it comes to home affairs in America. And I think after COVID, they have not still recovered from the COVID shock. What do I call the COVID shock? We were there, we walked through, I was looking for some switches to do some electrical works. And when we ended up buying, I needed some standard tools. I saw one day, I bought it. So when we got to the place, we're walking to the counter to go and pay, only to find that there are no more human beings. No employment for human beings to collect cash. They have created a mechanism that is receiving your money, communicating with you if you are visually impaired, will give you change correctly. So watch what is happening. I am scared because gone are the days when there's a woman or a man sitting behind these cash machines, where we are able to help them. When we finish, we give them tips for their services. Right now, we don't give tips to this machine. But when we went there, I saw, if I'm not exaggerating, the biggest one I saw in New York, I saw close to 15 teller points. 15, 1-5, where everybody is going. And the funny thing is, in America, your bag for carrying the things you buy from the shop, you pay for it. When we finish, the machine asks us, do you want to buy a bag? A shopping bag is being programmed into the system. So the more these things are coming, unemployment is going to go high, and we are going to become more angry. Do you understand? Because then immediately I saw it and I was commenting on it. Somebody said this is better, because those days when you come to Home Depot, the girls who are sitting behind the counter don't talk to you nicely. They speak to you as if one ball, and I say, wow. So we are also for the shift, because we want gadgets to save us. Based on that, man, catch them what I say. We are losing our men. Gone are the days, Bemambro, they have changed all. Bema this kind of trade we have to form. Yeah, man, chainsaw, no see access will be here to be saw any trap. And then it also trade we have for the hard works that we did that gave us the clearance for us to be called men, unfortunately for us, has been taken away from us and gotten into equipment and machinery. And this year, hard work in here. In Crawford, your monster ever makes it concrete, 25 bucks. Yeah, the year decking, it will be dying. So, see, I the machine with you, machine try the first 50 bucks, casting more concrete than we can do. These things here need air, but it's affecting us gradually. It's the American say, in managing our anger, I work on those machines. Congratulations. In managing our anger, if we don't start now by managing the children we have, by giving them the opportunity to have what I call delay of gratification, they will grow with a certain level of anger. How dare you take a tablet from your child? Your child will throw tantrums and they will not even eat again. So I was talking to one of the hardworking, smart girls that I appreciate so much. She's a woman, she's a mother, and she was feeding the children. And I was looking at her. So when the kids came to the dining table, their dining table is just like the one I see here, and they came with their tablets, and there are 4 kids. So all of them are sitting on the 4 chairs. Then they brought another gallon that was there, and they gave the tablet a seat on the gallon. So then she goes and says, eat fast. And only to turn her head, she saw that the tablet had been given a seat to sit down. Then she asked, what is the tablet doing here? When we are eating, tablets must be at where tablets are kept. Get up and go and put the tablet there and come and eat. I was watching the face of the small boy. The big sister said, Mommy, it's not me. The second one said, well, he brought it. Then the third one said, no, I brought it. But it was for him because he was going to show me something, and Mommy said we should come and eat. The mommy says, take it back. And I like the order. The mother asked the older one to go and put it at where tablets are kept. That action that happened, what has been instilled in the growing up of the children is that on the dining table, there are things that are not done there. There are things that are not done there. Mannerism, the way to behave, the way to talk, the way to eat, the way to chew, all these things are taught. So as we grow, we know how to do it. Look, me, one of the things that I always ask myself, how come I've been able to manage my anger to the nonsense degree? People make me angry to the extent that when you are far, people get angry on my behalf, but I don't get angry. I am a human being. It is important that you say, the Bible says, be angry, but sin not. Don't allow the sun to go down on your anger. I look at men. I saw something on social media. It might be a skit between Dr. Likey and another lady, but the choice of words that were coming out of Dr. Likey as a result of reacting to something that the woman in quote was a wife. I was like, what? How can a man be such stupid excuse by language to a woman. How? The choice of words and the way nyamo keka to oba fun to sell. We nyina mete we nkrofo hu ayeka so yo ba papa. Hwe oba we so to nyum sorry. Adie bi say. Na me kura me na me he. Na ade asana me ko foul. I'm just repeating exactly what of the light was saying. Ade asana me ko foul. Hey, una lanta bi. Neba ne say na me no atena chesa. Oho otan die. Shia nyanko pompo. Oba oma won ko in heaven na oka. Adwamani ba. If a man can look at the face of Nigeria, no catch any say adwamani ba. From where I sit here, maybe I am too much biblically inclined because me sabo so bi Christo mpo oba na ye ne yes so ye adwamani ba. Oba ye no catch and say enkrofo e kritia wo no wo ko me nkoye boni bi. Sanso wo shi oba ba ko na waware mpie nu ma na ikunu nyina akọ. Sesi oni obi kun na hye den mpo. Wan ka bibi antia no. Oma ne tia sese omba fa ne se ni Kristo ne kra ne na jenkwa. Enti to bi menti ase, it is anger. It is anger. Monti ase de enti uniform people have a certain way they are supposed to behave. Enti ene abanaba ne a kind story now. Minim be do sukwa ko wura be biam say when you find yourself in a nursing uniform, when you find yourself in a uniform that is replacing a certain profession or it is a standard for certain profession, there is a particular demand on you to behave in a certain way. Like when I'm sitting here and I'm doing church, for the sake of the clergy, there are things that I cannot do. As compared to when I come here and I'm running my school of marriage and relationship, I am careful on what I say. But some things are properly said and can be said by me. So trying to manage your anger is very essential. That is why my question this evening is, as a man, if you cannot manage your anger, don't marry. So what should you do? Should you have girlfriends? Because I was watching a movie yesterday in the flight where the young man got upset with a girlfriend and were driving off. He pulled off from the 3rd lane to the 6th lane, regardless of which car was coming, on the bridge, and asked the said girlfriend to get out of his car. And when the girl was saying, I'm sorry, no, I said, not here. I said, get out of my car. I was screaming. And there was a police officer passing. The police officer asked, is everything okay? The girl was just about to go and speak. Then he said, oh, we're fine. We're okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And the police officer was monitoring them. When they went forward again, he wanted to stop the car. Then now he himself opened the car door and was pushing the said girl out of the car. And all the girl was saying, I am sorry. What is it? The girl only brought up a conversation that the guy have asked the girl not to talk about. The guy has said that I don't want to hear you talking about this person or with this person in high school. Like when they went to high school, there was somebody that it's not even, it's nothing. They have a discussion because there was a fight that the guy was beating, and anytime he said, don't mention the girl's name. The whole bone and one. And to me, they make kind of say, Metiwe se mwa botra na menya botra. Di onim se mwa botra menya botra ya mehiri o. Because when am full wo. Me hu me ma o ma fi adwuma ba aduane nye ready a. Ade o ma yi wo fi wo nyame nko a. Me hu me ma o ma ba fi aduane nye ready o mde abufu apia koto nyame anu abedida. Me hu me ma o mo bu afu ama ka o mo tim o mo asi eja ka mo eko. Na de bia me ka se woni nkunu na e wo kwan so na ekoba ne se obi across the car na ukunu etumi sorry pa de abufuo ekotia driver no taxi driver Ghana de moto fuo yi meyire car yi a ode danda ne ho kakra akire so na wotwi we no mu me o na wotwi bia e na mirror ni yebu a de bia yebu passenger side. The mirror nankasa near 4,280 the last time we checked. No, I'm 6,200. If I check it, Toyota mirror. collapsible. It is stationary one on the good. Meaning, the beer near cop. Now we are to one of my 1,005. Your cost a year back on my 1,005. As I can see, you need 4,800. My son, the last time a booyer. Me read my catcher and say, oh, no, to read a book the way. Say, can't need to be inquire. Unpacking on pecker and feet, maybe as a messiah. And yes, Sadia, no one be some. And Quani, on Janoma, and that for. And easy. Now me catcher was it. Was it last week? Yes. Was it last week? Yeah. Last week, no one, me, mama, my catcher, my wife said, Miss Ren, me card is if you only have my edit drabby and say 3.5. Uti asubako, whoa, when you gain but it's the most safest car in the whole world. And Makanya say, on fan coca cry, on fan secret, you fool and asset, on shibby, and one I'm so many good to my debia. Now, debia of Panamon Castle, no war me, mammy. Say, can't see what chess and me and China Nitibo. Ah, main cabin shame more and an opana, your friend. My dear friend, me, I'll see as a messy. See, a Sunday, messy middle. Was it me, Baba, and a locky, car, key, I shake her. I'm say, okay. I'm saying, wife, are you doing? Miss okay, I'm your penny grad. The last time a lucky car, my lucky key 2 times. And the nephew, my friend, my abbey. And I realized, said, many wife, indeed, won't come up you, because it have a key. So, me catch and say, on fret, me mechanic, na umbra. The safest car in the world is not BM, it's Volvo. And me catch and say, on fret, mechanic, because me be familiar face or rather EP, not say not send by the police station. That you buy to be friend as you ever buy this year, were feet in the workshop. Now, motor rider, name the Rabbi key in the bag. As a motor rider, no, it's no, or so buy a honor or Beji 280. Or no, so about be key, or you key, we are, or Beji me 400, and it means you are motor 280. Or no, so all ban or Jan as a welder. It may be a niche, me home so one. Now I back. Na waba beye kina mo see okay ma prince na so omo another workshop bi e wo Eastleigh it is strong the motivator na be fi omo major place na ba omo bi sa workshop na e wo Eastleigh on say I am the only man be key na madam because I can imagine say be ya lucky key obey receive serious discipline if it matter. When they all fan body joker, yeah, I'm labor discipline. Yeah, I'm a feel say wa lucky meaning pa. And yeah, discipline. The about one my continue discipline. The about one I mean do that. Say, obey to me a mistake. But should they see you? It's my big girl and a small girl. And they say they see and they got worried. I'm the only person me arrangement to come and remove the key from the car. Whilst I was working on the people, they called madam and told my wife that they've been asked to come and remove a key from a car. But this is the time they can come. They can't come at this time. So they have to rearrange with my wife. And I say, okay. Obe arrange yama early morning because of Fifi in them call. What am I narrating a story to you? There are times that if you don't learn how to cope with situations, and make serious decisions on temporary situations, you'll be put to shame. All of a sudden, my wife calls me and says, when she got home, after all our arrangements, the key has been removed by my small girl and the big sister. How did they do it? How did they do it? He says they have been able to move the key, no scratch on the car. They have not damaged anything, but they've moved the key. I said, wow. How did they do it? I say, that's okay. So teach her that when she gets into the car before she will lock, she should always be careful. And the other part is that, don't forget, the reason why the key was locked was because this one is not like your modern car. Your modern car, when the key is inside, you can't lock it. It won't lock. When the key is inside the car, try it. It won't lock until you take the key out. But because my car is the safest car, but it's a colonial car, 2016 registered, definitely you can see that such deficiencies will happen. Anger has been managed. I know this cannot happen in the quarters of some men. The world will come to an end. They will speak and they degrade the woman who is taking care of the children. And I don't know what is wrong with you in that house. You are careless. How do you send a small girl into the car? I mean, I don't know at times the way you are too lazy. Or baby in a pad. And now, once a pad, mistake a bisha, see. And to eat pad wrapper, I got to train. But stick a ketwa white and was in a new field, jawo, friend. That's been war, baby. What drivers at safety more than 3 hours. No saying kuna friend sa be my friend gidi sa no highway just say wafa. But Udu baby or yeah ending to the exit of the highway on the express road and pull it off. No see then aba. Also we're doing. No share baby we do. See. Oyi in the park. Sa sticker na ego park na nim na ye dey see. Ochi so be. I don't know why are you dirty like that? You are too careless. I don't know what happened. Brother, I married you. You are very dirty. Come and see, it's all over the place. So you didn't work. I said, friend. I said, Victor, I didn't. Then haba. What's the baby buyer? Now then I buy your menstruation tear. I said, I said, then I'm a job. Menja be pardon. What's your own job pardon? But lining now, a stick and then there's a lining that way. What jar to form? I said, me fan to form. Now fan to put it to ball and I didn't want you to ball and then go. Oh, yeah, but I'm saying, I didn't know you money, sir. And I did be saying, I didn't name. Oh, I see the cancer. What's me and I call you? I didn't hear me. After a month, you didn't come up. Oh, social media is not be kind. So at times, a man be one but then only be. And a man be brain himself, man, who baby water won't near but tre. But one Jenny said, oh, that's the son. That's a being so proud justify man, bear money 18. Mina me, yes, man, yes, uncle, who's one you say, hear me. No matter how you misbehave, a man was created to manage. Man age. There are two words that have come together. Man, age, M-A-N-A-G-E, man, age. Women don't man age, they only cope. So stop justifying their misbehavior. Stop justifying. So I went for the divorce party. And at the divorce party, there was a common question on the floor that everybody was trying to answer about cheating. And a man was telling us the reaction. We were asking, why should a man react when it comes to being caught in cheating as compared to a woman accepting the fact that I am sorry? But it's one of the things we have not learned from the Christian therapy of God is that when a man is justifying and defending an incident, it means that the incident is not true. That's it. Asimesi. And I'm saying, what do you listen? And I'm sorry, in there. And I'm sorry, you see. And I don't know, and I see, you see. Say, bear man, they will air. And yes, we see that I can't see in people out of 80%. Such challenge no is defending your behavior, not the statement or the action. Now, the no kure a can see when you said you can hear in pain one goes suya can and it's a true neighbor, a son said, well, Jimmy and you will have the kitchen say, Osha Abigail, any Nabala Bravo Bible. Now, Abigail, Nabana, worry, a shed and you young year. And that David and Tia Kumians. Na Nabal, de bia only David bedding kita mo. And senseme ba nyina ye jimie. Ekosi pepensuo bi mpo a sɛ David edi nkɔmmɔ ne Nabal a ɛka sei na kɔfrɛ David ekum. Ɛna ne yere ɛkɔgyina hɔ kaa sɛ miwura fakyɛ ne kunu gyimifoɔ no. Na Bible scholars ne teachers bebree aka sɛ Abigail ware gyimifoɔ no aba. Ɛna gyimifoɔ no aba wuyɛ ɛna David enya akwan ɛware. Na Abigail de si n'adwene pi ɛna kunu ɛmbɔ ne kunu ho ban by telling David sɛ fakyɛ ne kunu na menim sɛ ne kunu yɛ gyimifoɔ. Bible nkyerɛkyerɛ ɛna kyerɛkyerɛfo bebree sɛ saa na ɔbaa papa ɛteɛ. Ɔbaa papa na ne kunu yɛ gyimifoɔ tumi ka ne bedwam sɛ ne kunu yɛ gyimifoɔ. Mesrɛ mo. Ɔbaa tumi ka kyerɛ nipa foforɔ bi sɛ ne kunu yɛ gyimifoɔ. Ne so gyimini bɛrima bi ni hɔ. I said gyimini ɛne gyimini ɛna ɛkɔ. Eti saa na muntu na Abigail ɛyɛ na yɛ wrong action a yɛ preach sɛ wife should emulate it. It's a wrong action. It is. It is a wrong action. It's a wrong action. You might not like it, but it's a wrong action. Indeed, the management of your thoughts, the management of your actions, and the management of your feeling equals to self-control. So for you to manage your anger, there are a lot of actions that should help you manage your anger. And one of them is self-discipline. And in self-discipline, majority of us, our standard of dressing, what we are wearing, what we must wear, why we are wearing what we are wearing, are part of the reasons that should help us become what we are supposed to be. Hear this. This man's story that I'm still waiting for Abner to come and read for us so we can dive into it and learn something. I just want to go and see what is happening to us on Facebook. That what is somebody saying? What has somebody written? Because the story has been posted there. And I think that all too soon, I have just some few comments. It says, we are in the school, we are in schools, we are in school, small world. I didn't get it. And then Eunice says, interesting. I think that this comment came as a result of the man's letter saying that little did he know that when he said the world is a small place, he will experience this small world in his planning to marry somebody's innocent daughter. So Abner has not come yet. I believe that it's important I put the letter across so that all of you can see as I read the letter to you. So a letter has been sent to us by this young man. And because of the letter here, I will want to put it on the screen so we all can read. So the letter reads, Hi, Simon. And when you hear Hi, Simon, what it means is that somebody is trying to pick up the attention of my immediate host that hosted this show. So the story reads, and I want to read for all of you to understand. Then I go into it and start the show for today. It's as if all I want is as if all I want. No, hello, Simon. It's as if I want this story to be a lesson to every young adult out there, okay? And I hope to be forgiven by my girlfriend's father. It's a very small world, though, they say, but I never knew it could close up on me this quick. Last year, while driving, a man who looks to be in his 60s crossed me, and it took a level of grace and skills to avoid a nearly fatal accident. And because I was furious, mark the word, because I was furious, I confronted. One, he was furious. Out of his act of furiousness, he confronted the old man and spoke my mind to him, and subsequently reported him to the MTTD police officer on duty there. Few months passed by, and my girlfriend, whom I have been with since medical school, decided to introduce me to her dad. And it was the man I had encountered some time back. And upon noticing me, he reminded me of the incident. And I said, he said he can't give his daughter to an inconsiderate man like me to marry. And I caused him so much pain on that day. The truth is, at that moment, I was just trying to exercise my civil duty. And I was in no way trying to use my position as a doctor in the military to intimidate him. I have come a long way, and with my girlfriend, and I can't let this go. Please advise me. I hope my childish way of reading might have made some meaning to you, my able viewers. By my story, or the abbey said, only about you be share home, and yet some no why that. Or share medical school. The main child. If you poly be in 7 years, we made the medical school. But on the year, medical school, I'm commanded the BR said, and combine baby back, baby back, and combine military. Now, military, maybe a combine, said, no officer in the military, or a military doctor, or medicine, but in the military way. Into a doctor, but surgery doctor. Na osi bese busumi kakre ni etwe bese busumi miense enan ekoyim. Ni si yen se e ka say na god ne ka no bo akokode bi a wadi about 60 years and above. It says akokra crossing in the wrong way. The basa no ni bufu pa, very furious. Emma ne keka na twinchire. Opening ginger. Ubo obre yi a kan yese wona lorry kwan ho a woni obi of the show mu mo yese mo woni a mo mbo bra pa okeka na adwen kire ne pa no okeka na adwen kire bi no san ehun se osifo yi bi ejina kwan no entemala ena de so ye ne se okaka che pusi ni bi esi ena ogya na pusi omene ne ko omko report no omko jeri no on the city or no so yet a dear friend civil rights into yes sir. But fast forward the only pay why yet at Canadian chair maybe the girl used to say with ya be near except no watch them papa. Now the decision said yeah wallet and I you doing wallet yeah fat and to me papa number papa MY Niye ya said say ekun ene ayire. Enuanom odi abrantie by ebe kire ne papa. Ne papa chia ne yo Jesus say abrantie wo kai me. Emi na akeka wa adwen kire me a otia me. Bosom bi atwam na nsen ya say me twa kwan mu na me suban nti me ni oboafo bi a ma mbobra papa bi nti me bibia da zero a okeka wa adwen kire me. Se na daachi bi ubeba me fie ha se ubeware me baba na well me dia me nka me no kura nkyerɛ esan de wa ye nti me mengi ntum se me mfa me ben ma wade esan se wonni abotre na oba bema nso wonni abotre se ye me nim ni besi wan hwa me me baba yi ma wa daachi bi na wo de abufu akoye de yenye nti me mpene so se onwale me baba yi. So this is the story for the sake of those who just came, like Lady Vic. You can make your request because I don't know where Abuna is. This one, I can't hold brief, say Abuna network as Mensa Enka. And we have done them Cloud 7. And so all year campaign and we need election. I'm on a swan and then so Clarice and some by a work of Rabna Sabna, ye train on the kind letter. And you wish for Moti, ya na crate the buyer a dim and on a marking kind actually. If you make your request, I'll pick you up. In Sabna, na okay, yeah, maybe work. When you know that just starting. Let it be before here.
Hello.
Hey,
That's what I'm calling it.
Nana Osha, one of kind of letter, young man.
You said that, oh, you want to come and chill. Let me let you.
Hey, now before here.
Oh, Yamiado,
The young could be
Chedi Modi.
meaning Papa said, what do you? Yay, do you know when you are the papa? About ordering the check tata, baby. Now, about for some said. Oba of town can be you say me the check at that and Niku in the bin. The bonfire is only said.
And no, ask them no. I'm not one kind of bread. It's sad. But we will keep an of my kind of
Martin bonfire. Okay, say. Ye be Regizipi na yire ho komo bi wa.
Yeah.
Na wa hu bia kosisi a e wo ne timeline so.
That you.
Okay, enti bia kosi ni say ne man o say ye man ho kwan ba ne hu o say ni say.
Yeah.
Say ne ba ne di the birthday. And wonya akwanya na ama one ne maame no ene ne baba no akọ ama ya birthday party ama abofra.
Oh, nice.
Na ya birthday party ni we wa trouble for tintin. Le brofo ne say oda na yire dada ne ase. Eyi na ye say wa ya ade. Say wa ma oma reset it and recalibrated their family. Na oda na sepa. Na obia menkaso bia na menya abi but the credit say emehi isa say oma back together abeye party or say brofo no ocho and say thank God for a reunion. That the family has been reset and recalibrated. Na no kura ne say tama semi see nyama wa trotro afa innocent coping woman ihu 2 years mami me kasada ananse ya onya akwanya ne kasaya na mami ne gusu kase mo kai wa me bo voice ni kire o si on see me kwan se me mo me hwe ne ba nanso si akwanya a yɛde bɛhwɛ ba yɛwɔ kwan bi a yɛde fa so nti ɔmfa mfa ɛno so ɛsiane sɛ na ɔpa sa a wadeɛ no ma a wadeɛ no yiguiɛ na ɔbɔ nanso ɔno ara na sɔre ɛna bɛka sɛ ɔno ara mu ɔba no de kɔɔ sɛ ɔba hɔ anytime ɔmo te hɔ a na wabɛgyina hɔ 9:30 na ɔbɔ dan 10 o'clock bubububu bɛsɛ mehu me ma nti ɔba no de kɔɔ court ɛna yɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɔnstay 300 meters away from ɔbaa no fi nti efi hɔ no ɛna ɔbaa no anya access ɛna ɔno nya access na ɔbaa no nya custody ne yɛka sɛ nti ɔne ɔbaa no nya nhyehyɛe nti sɛ ɛne na apɛ sɛ ɔbɛfa nkonim adi pii a deɛ yɛka kyerɛ ɔno nyinaa ne sɛ bɔ mmɔden sɛ ɔde nkratoɔ bɛma wo yere dada ansa na waba hɔ na mɛmbɛ pie ne nso mprofin mu a
which is in a way, no question is a bit disrespectful. You say we want mad with hair cry free wire. I don't think they make me about be anyhow. Well, my man can't anything. Yeah.
It's your cancer in Tamara. And I did before a farm in our started social media or your bar bonnet or your bar phone. Now, your young Colano, be our social media only be over 15 years. Ogu enumase oma wuhu man no ban for the first time they can say and social media to come say onim de so ye oboso behu ne mana a yes simple thing oba ne kire first na telephone ye adwuma but currently telephone wo mu nti wo di nkomo ye hye nkomo na ase a ebewie na ye duabɔ ne atendidie fi ne ho ono so hu se ontumi engina ne atendidie ne ne kasafo no so enti oka ada so be can be actually no ana be di eti no wa kan gu and a bema na no ya Vic bema na no ya oni asetena ya di no a man who can carefully choose his words to address you, and at times I wonder why women will still stay with such rich rats. Animals like that, they still stay. So I was just watching a movie and I'm in flight in Florida. My first movie I watched, two girls on your mommy too. Now on papa to me dear mommy at them. Now or me I say go back into your room.
Okay, do back down.
No, jama me attend the useless man, useless woman. I said, movie na action. Or saying you quite sorry. I mean the natural lifestyle I hear come. But the way I watch a lot of movies that will be script written, but I find it in my office your memo do about 10 dear. Fast forward as I see so. Say a problem it says I be man you didn't mark accident because it's not good. Oba odi bema tem in buadi, but obema odi oba tem. Ne hu ni fast forward as I and you already zippy attended your woman and a man calling Mamma who are other form. A people cry fast so every deal by at. Now, what is a play baby party? Yenene Cotna baby dear. After the was answer at the email now, Babas requine say. Yamma wa kwenye be now my camp plan a birthday. Obano who say why a dear say we ain't one invitation. As a one shall not come out open invitation. What is so called Marco Coiba? There was a canny. No, no, a church and you would uncle explain the answer. Oh, I leave you out to me as much as Abranti finally, Yama Quenya, Namako party, Namaba. Obaya, obeying Kabisha Munchroshi, Kobie wa or no watch Livingston said a year shed your troll. Mommy and dad with the A. Fantastic baby. Mommy and dad with the birthday Princess Dior last night after family reunion dinner. to celebrate Dion's 10th birthday. There is peace, love, joy, and harmony for our children and us, parents too. Thank you, Edith, for this wonderful opportunity for us to reset and recalibrate our positive family relationship. Medas family reunion.
That's a family reunion, we say no. That is a say, where's big crowd on my counselor? Where after I intended to be in this very way I will read this here. There are so many words that I was so churchy. Yes, he might not need to cheer to me or anything. But I don't think when you are also using a life in so based on previous and you may be a proportion. Say thank you, Nabaka, thank you to Mama Baba, stay on that part. But I will reunion. Really, I say, because we know you need a reunion, say, family, family reunion. Yeah, one count no bank once a month. And I'm about to know about no after reunite. Hey, that's a girl.
It is a funny face. Echo yet, neba, nema, no one dear, very ya papa. Again, Ella and Bella, and the family reunion all come. May there be a man on table for sending. Because I say thank you, Edith, Ayoban, for this wonderful opportunity for us to reset and recalibrate our positive family relationship. Medasi. It reset, recalibrate now here can. Anyway, hashtag family reunion, hashtag birthday, hashtag respect and gratitude, hashtag daddy and Dion, hashtag mommy and daddy, hashtag thank you God for everything. And Emphonia. Also, Obana new. Yeah, and to share Obana. Obaya, you need to train Funia, not also the come. About friending tea, or any papa, or Jinan and Chen in nature of Funi. Who be sa me pa men yet you are come ya. Why do you allow such a guy to take a picture? I don't know, much picture in the island. Mucha never post. One said, Abrochino, a to be a more money come through. So that's it. And Tinima, I'm going to suggest for the happiness of Dion, just to make Dion happy. Let me just take the picture. And actually, you know, I will post to her. And Tina says, in some or Barney Kai, Nins and Senna Beman Kai. Obani on carbon in Tia Bebe, but Bemanaki came actually about. Mimi Bisa said, is it the right thing to do to come back to social media again, come and paint the same woman who you said all the evil things about? Why won't you come and tell us that finally I've done the needful? My email has been accepted and I was part of my baby's birthday. Can you please say thank you to Dion's mother for me, for how far she's taking care of our daughter? She's 10 today. Can you do that? Send it. As I renew. And now it's
no, yes, Anna. Since I make us a choice of words, no use. Yes, Anna. Wama will be a time. There are people in this world that counselor will be or point be out. So now what's someone on which them if you are saying, you say, Papa be no auto, so my bed, because sometimes I walk on Hannah, what can see here and some pata about India or back. I no one can be there. And think at this time, when I won't say, and I was said, oh, yeah, and I said, yeah, and number of bodies into what me. Now I was saying, what to me, a year, friend say, I was also back, then it's cancer, who can say, oh, one number, you're for the report. Yeah, they want to come. That's where the should have come from. Benya tate, who say who back away no who talk you. And you know you say you, but you forget to say you have said something. I want them to be over public America. It's the issue of update that time. And Sana, you overcome your birthday. Would have other one so. But you see, that's the thing. That's and you can't know what you get in any come back. Obama put Obama and no one shall those women. Any those men are the people who come with them at home. Then a baby, maybe come back, maybe have another. Minimum Kunya,
Hey, sometimes actually, hey, everybody is another about to go for Zana. And the woman Coca-Cola.
Magic Coca-Cola. Whoa, so, frankly speaking, I'm not being a member of more. I know them will be young. December, I don't know why they feel like they have to. What's the telling you? You're going to check up the canal. Just say, GB, are you okay? And I say, and what would anyone say? We are Sambra, that same place, the castle be and Tiasibi, and I know Juma and a man send because any a call. But Yamiadum, you did your what you did, if you are lawyer today, Mono. The Timmy, I get your what's here, Yamasia, the Diary, I could never be what's it, the agent. Then we come back to say, oh, yeah, beyond birthday, thing. But on the holiday, 1 year watching a crowd because Tampa. So, it would be any how many around the year. But there were back. Because you would try, say, what's that? Yeah. I was so
The Vicky King and TSN, there's fantastic game at Jaffa. Everyone. And the Vic and addressing Vic into me addressing the issue, but I think when we're doing how to marry again after divorce with children, by Reggie Zippy, and I did post that to us say family reunion, reset and realignment. On any area, Salidin attempts a own giant or Diabui. Or sending email the amount of one say on the camp and the party. But on Mekan train or bedroom the buyer, Mina Mabekan, the buyer, a man of one. About Trena Sama make cannon. Yeah, the air can store na air can say. So you need your doctor or neighbor pay by a train plant. Na nansea na kokore bi cross no lorry kwanso kasi and of cabo enti wanya fam born there okeka na adwen kire papa yi edi na tem kama e kire ne nyansa kakra e no de ma aposi fo wo wan kadi anshi oko nansea ne pna ese mi fa ngo kire mi papa se abranti na me na ahye ho ate ewukuru ma chei omo koya papa yo tia na ka na adwen kire ni ono ena ene girlfriend papa edi yi ne di kire na papa na ka se o kai me na me atokra na man kemi anchimu a me cross wa o tele me ana me ma posifo yi di o ye ndi an ya pa osi na ne gofu he was furious. He was very furious. And the papa na so ntumi fa ne ba emu bi oni abotre. E na make kase. Sa abotre a ye nye. E na ma ye de mprepre ho ba ye de ye nye ti se rezibi. Ye party ya udi abeto abetro de ye nsi mprepre ho. Edi mienu inkomo ni yedi. Then e na obeka afam efo ye go.
Counselor, I say more our moody. Sometimes the near butter a casabi. Medemehoya and Fatua, like me a typer, me bufuntem, and intimate cassa, send me before I won't talk. Let me know what now the whole day I won't talk to you because when person may cast a man later, may regret. I will be a mono, a yana, a binumunya butter, a cassa, but won't say so, cast them to what. You can't take it back. Yeah. There's no way. And I say, "My can't to be so. Thousands of years to come. Nipan in the rain feeder." I remember very well. Say, me ex-husband, maybe son or year, and then I reported him to our spiritual father. na my spiritual father friend no na me we adwuma mu no ofre me a me pick call ni first no kan ni say efo mami dinda o mami dinda like as obo me dey wo fu so I said when we were feeder. Wow. And I was quiet on the phone. So I remember very well, and I told him that they said, and then me ma would the other. You know, and my dad, yes, me ka jan say me ma would the other. Say what they were phone so say me ma would the other. Oh, counselor, me say I never took my issue home. It was my younger brother, and then he came home to tell my parents. Me, my dad cried. Me, papa from no small phone, so says our employee, Madame Brefia, then I would say one of these. Sometimes the young but some of the can't be so no, and now the catch will be no. At the yow, especially if the person doesn't talk much. At the yow shiny more for sometimes the time I yow only be explode, you will feel say be an nanny panel. We take a harsh decision, but maybe some years ago now, at the Munson so I saw that they are what I say. And guy Regio say yes. The whole thing is it's a BBC, they should take their time. Munya but no mon cast me. Assembly anywhere they say kind nature, no yan ye they can't say every issue, no, and yet they come in Jumamu say, I'm the head of department. Assemble, I call everybody in my catch home. Assembly anywhere they say kind nature, no near the Becca. Let's put issues right. Young Fanny, so be I the bonny a catcher. Where are we? Many next time, and yes, I'll you understand, but BBC and Toyabo, and one say, your time be to young honey and yes, say we are scattering people emotionally, we are putting people down. And who's also never, who too more time, never. I fed been a social media, whatever to more september. They see as a koyama. No, some to only was a koyama. And I just love today. And you guys have come together since you before decided to.
As almost a reunion. Now, reunion so there. Reunion usually between a union and then just
the ex-wife never told one day. I say reunion because if I reunite my birthday, I will attribute it to my child, not the thanking the Obia my movie or social media, everybody, the whole world, everybody have heard of you, and all of a sudden you are thanking her and what's not. Regina was our review man.
I saw no because we were moving, or if it's a boss, I take or so we're moving on, no balance in Indiana Sema, for Kaya.
And your Bafo front, Miss Romana.
Or back corner. Brolino. Some Brolino was the word cast. Brolino catch and I didn't say.
That's why I said the choice of words such as united, not Uncle Back, Nani, class 3, class 4 English teacher, and a man of because nobody just maybe having Kakrani say, just like you said, one by addressing the fancy, and your year or big you say, my this and that. And only the woman can't say, quite say, now, a fast, Yama, and then say, Naba, and not say, Naba. But you are jumping straight to, oh, my name is remember, why a buffet there, say, oh, Shenefe, say, you know, I have a carbon winning, and you're nonsense. And yet, I'm sorry, but who don't go be I don't see I didn't know how much I would tell me. Open it in a tone, I never told me, I wanted to start going in every week. As it's here, I'm an enemy, I didn't know how we need to know. It is our shot here, as to my one every year, yes, who have tired on and to my one, see the same. No, I also explain it because just as to be a mission from best or back number was all and what will be catcher man and I will be catcher time and what the one time may do us a favor near to one year to do it and what is out of the buying is yea, then you are better than what can you baby. And yes, you want to be a and I can't about your mom medium of ready to tell someone make
there be your one or two literature cry castle jai crab. Menyonku Sally say there be cry onka and a Sally kikan I will chida na yiri ni say na yiri ni yubia Nyonku say Sally say yes regizipi na wale ni a friend and Mrs. Regizipi poor but I only people Sally said it.
See all those things.
Yeah.
Then why would you even allow a third party to describe your wife like that?
And Sally was just one. Those who went into her inbox to describe her as a greedy woman who wants to destroy the future of the boy after the mother is dead. And the lady has suffered. And my men also here an interview on my as you said. Bob was near put on the man, he couldn't get away and mammy. Ombetia or see your credit card. So it's on 1 8 year. Benin in etching. Sally see own jai more diabo. Or so say a branch any career. Career and maybe a do or say. But how I make say at the end of the day. And Crawford akasa etia mami we. And a mami we ka say on share the same more be but on na ye shisha onim de so ye no nya akwanya behwe ba sa hihye no on peso be fa so na me ka say on record me nhwehwe mu amakoya aba ne say we dey sending email for invitation ya man baako e na wako opie ya or the pictures appear abeto e cho de ocho. That's why we see the guy needs counseling because bema only abutre ya wale no bema ontumi hye na bufuo so ya wale no bema asem si a otumi ka ne ba ne se na bema obi se oyere efan se mene big e wo ho na mene big nyina na ye adwuma e wo ebia McDonald's na obi afi ho abekase me di ni kunu ni twem na nti Vic ya beka che Vic ekunu se one me twem na pa gidi ye me yiri na beka che wo me yiri anka hwe anjire mi o me yiri akomi phone so won sa jimi na nkofo ye no akohwe odi na den na obisa nkofo odwumi na oni Vic te sen esi de bia ba big na de bia frefrem onu pe na ni didi oso yokom de na jisa ko tomano ye kos adwumi mu a ye so ya no pa oni ni shed office so sa oni ni antigrofo akokeka sa ma na yiri na onye adwuma ni wo obibi no odi so bo no eboni kuni se odi bo me se me ne Vic etwen na yanka bi anhye ne de bre Vic ku ewofie yede ba ya na Vic ku na sum na daoi Panganjre use ejamaya ne daodi ne daodi Panganjre use meire twempra wo mechi onde meire eye baako ene yegu oba n'anim asesa ma oba sisi amne okasa no akowie e wosaka na yanka bi nhye empanifo e maage no e ba Italy enti e maage no fi krom e ba Italy gene anti wo Italy no se de e kom eyi na ombra Italy ene ma ne baaye anche bia na nhwehwemu wura mu ye koye sana nipa meire edwin se mene no twempra na ye beka kire hukum enye wo veka nipa foforo ba wasewo ema ukunu so ye beka kire no okoji tumu se ye no kure no no kura o suspect e kan jabu e ka just to get back the wife into no oko support meyere just to get you. And as I say, I'm not copy Italy. Now, go to Italy about things so. Why fine? Bibia investigation nso a ye na abapie se enye no kore enti ye se meyire no embe pouch but Italy and on see on baby ni kunu ni fa aware no ene nkwala ye se ye nti ase ni kunu se onu nso o se de make am ni kunu ko confirm me the that's where my problem is. Why do you join an outsider to fight the woman you are sleeping on the same bed with? And not by Italy, you have the messages from the Bia, so say, you go pan na umbra. And you say, you go pan cho what you go pan cho na unqualan uhu. That's the message. Or say, you go pan cho no unqualan.
Oh, woman shall uncle for one kind and
it's all about because it's all about the management of our anger.
Nobody ya prasi bibia obi anti hu ndi pa na okunu na wo yera anti wendi ene de ya si bibia adamu age yes na me bua me go say send you on my let me atwa to so about two for nyina say but nipa na wona na chi nya be eno ya o de nkwa wo no wona nete no wo de wo no ujidi se we eno na ga eno we o shanko o ni na wa chire ma chire o kona na ka wato de na wo bara wo mredu da gudia
ena eti se wo enye se wo ni hu o si on tumi kwala yeah. And Obiasi. And Obiasi. Ombra and qualinity. Now, bear money who say I am from so. Me, one sa what's that quick judgment? Ye ni abutre, and one assembly. Well, Obama ye ni abutre, no, Obegu and Wasi. Obegu and Wasi, papa.
Brian, Elsa, or the other year. Okay, and I'm saying road rage and cost to America. The one that Kobe and now, or friend one of the heavy. Said the bear me I'm tired of I'm to work to when you could be tea and mamma is not that. Come by your state, yeah, it was come on, okay, see, guitar between. And she said, when you may be said, no one I'm going on the proof no number counter. And you can make a claim quality to be full. And that's how to be your one son of mamma middle finger. What to meet the window, no matter kind of much out.
You can't think the now, so be a window, not think the swoop.
You.
What's your home?
A bastard, no what you number that free, or yeah. That man may they don't pretty a type of thing, maybe. And I'm saying, I haven't seen any day. What do you much not on my media and to us for 50 years in the car? I don't know quite again and Jabia. I can give you a move for police part of the Papa. Oh, baby, the television, the television. And see, because of common a child who you move or a film can not obedient why I had a mamma.
Yeah.
Oh, Vicky, that's all to me. I'm not a mother. Remember, yeah. And remember, you may be now with that phone. You don't know, you do. I'm telling you what happened. I know from the head, it came much shaking and that end was seeing and before you be. And before you be. Minimum pan. a quina no namtrono. There was one who's a quina or namtrono, time for 4 years for Mudiacosa. What's that one in Chan? Or Chan, not to be Chan. Or not to be every Chan in some time, and then I'm going here or going on the Chan, or challenge it. And when I got it there, I thought I could crib my guy up in the car. No, what's out. No, I bet not. It's when also one more said I would speed up or copy the name. Nothing so. And some can know the surrender that I was away. 80 or yeah, no, Santa kind of a journey. I'm never so stop it. So stop it and no, say, my friend, what the hell is that? Letters or no, they began a profit. Eddie, don't do that. Oh, one was the one that one not come. At the Academy, and share your pocket.
Obeying so.
And why was another reason why who are the good to be a mouth or didn't we don't bow to 2 kind of match?
What do you mean?
Oh, that kind of crap. Come free. Who was the hell?
Winter never or baby akoda. Heater no boy dey. Say winter ne basa na nkofo baby akoda o.
No, I haven't seen many no maybe
Hey.
And you maybe sir.
I'm saying many. Many na boys you see guys ya cross so no cross mo. And about ni see feel kem. On kita hwe. Se no kita sa blade nkitin no nyina akra. And omo twensa driver ni twensa eka kakra se ka ni be so green. And ankofo mienu sie nye be nwan na ni ti se wanza.
Oh my goodness.
Hey. My back. Na moja na eba se te. Ye chanu wanza na tuka nko. Omo time e so green ya ni etwitwa ne nkwa. Ebufu.
Counselor, baby, I'm here, Juma, their driver see. But I now to meet me, no. But then, I realize and then a fan after your kata. I'm saying, the way. I'm up done the gin and the new half. Me go be saying the I don't know if that's uncle for now. Almost a car more, almost see me a quail more conto cano. And I thought for me, and you have bomb. And I'm not damaging any sano. Now, Nini, you know, I say, they say, a jar or more, you see, or so move it, the treatment, sickles, I say, but still, I do them. Because of some of them, multiple bomb fifi, you know, a common fifi. And I drive an inmate, I Zimbrin Messano. Because of Fuku, a man understand also motion ye. Because I say, obey no, say me a bema, say, you do damn quack. And no,
but say, hold on, maybe some Emma, and you won last week. Last 3 weeks was a month ago. Moti akache me say, "Only bear man na bibi say si na when si anko kwa na che so onye bear man. More efi nyoma na moka wa."
For what time? You know, by you. I don't know. I don't know what this is. There are cases,
Debbie na big, me no jina no bit in the ball to her. Me go be sad, me too near boy. Debbie, me know you are from who's out. Sister, ye jina hona branch ebi di nsabe ball to pan. Ye betu ka ko.
Hey, Counselor George Lutroto. Counselor, I just said I want to be cool. Baby, I'm gonna say, oh, boss, what's up? Now, like BBC,
Sister, Me go bisa me say adenti na odi ne nsa ball to ana den. Debi na ono ba e no ni. Dem misre wo ono oba e no nim say me yire. Debi eti onimo odi ne nsa ball ba to. Me na me go yi. Eti me go kan chen say ade no odi ne nsa ball me yire to. You didn't support the tour, honey. Sit in the car, let's leave here. Sister, sit in the car, let's leave here. So where are you? Sometimes hey. Debbie, I'm going to display. No people say, what's the matter? Now one person about what's the matter? Who is standing here right now? Then this young man just came, hit my wife's buttocks. What do you mean? How dare you? You don't respect women? No, people fraba. Assemble number. I say, oh, what didn't say born here? Now, sorry, now, yes, sir. Near 15, near 20, you shot 25. And then now, more member and channel me social media. I never channel bar. No headline news. Counselor Trots defends wife after a young man hits the wife's buttocks. Headline: Defender of buttocks. Counselor Defender
of buttocks are one the real match panel one jai the real Bessie do a manual chair. You boo, you to swap. Or better to say, I'll go near
sister.
Then I
sister. O papa de wo hye me nsan wan kasa me nkoma o papa nko am na me
then ya za onu ku na no boy na ya ko bu no from
na de bi na de ukuna de bi ukuru ko se oko defend o ene de ade abo ne hama asoa na afi na ade as bro honey sorry, let's go and report at the police station. Charlie. No, the best way of defending, the best way of attacking is defending. Sister, I will change where you are standing and go away. I will not even go to police station to report because I don't want to put your name in the police book. Not that actually, may go to a police reporter. Nothing I reflect say you came to the police station to report, came to the police. Me ko yebi. It's na me wife my catcher and say or now motor ride the body mirror on driving on no jana sema. So me who say ne camera no eye de embu nko ni bi. Eye de gina no enti ne ebu no de bia na meto. Enti me ne o kasa ni me ni ya makobi say ye betuma to de ebu na na ye say ai me de car to kaso ma me to de ebu. Enti motor ride pem na ebekọ na ba. Na tio woni mo bia ohia me dada woni mo bia onya ya nka me tie me ba ye de bia me ti social media de mudi nkomo ye ko fan so chena asempa mba councilor anya show councilor no mu o gine no baby na mbe hu sesi anso de owu a enye bushafo ne announce social media fo ne announce then e ba ya me ni obi kokon ye and nipa ndi ade abom tim me yale sister people must learn how to manage their anger. How look uniform a form of discipline. Clarice, am I back in Ghana? Clarice, don't bring yourself. Do you check on me?
Don't bring yourself, Clarice. Don't bring yourself.
Don't try me, crowd. System na here running. What do you gain in fighting back? A man who doesn't have patience, you see, Bema obi crossing or to me sitting in Panoko can't. It doesn't mean that he's a man, but a man is the one that you crossing. wabo break when bisa hwe na odu nipa ne nchen nipa say please I am sorry. This is a man. An old man tried to cross you and it was going to be fatal. Then all of a sudden you stop. Safety. Make sure you assist the old man you say is 60 years to safety. But you go and you are furious. Tell him your mind. Na ene ukoye na ene ba na abe wale a. Osi ofa akola ni ma wale because you ni abotre a. Mo se papa ni ye. Soldier ni a wako train a she soldier uniform. Doctor ni anim say nkofo ni 60 kwa dementia timiti wo kwanso. Doctor ni anim say 60 years nkofo du na enko ye ma wo. Omo adwene ho tochima. Na so bi a na adwene ho tochima cross wa. Wako tell na wadwene. Na ene wo baaye. Na edu mene so obe wale a. Osi yenye den. The man is not being fair. You are advising the youth. Who says that youth want your advice? We are too quick, eh? Look, Murefi, Kaneshi. Yes, Abranti be in Mammy Biti. No, Mammy is 38. Abranti is 28. 10 years. No, no, take Kaneshi. Some Casa Assembly. And I did be on that to put us somewhere. Omatana for over 10 years. And entokwa busanfo bebisa hwe sase mi ye wadu mefem ene esi obeba ni be fi o se ewuro de oba no so se oyale nti awode it is ceiling fan e wo ho beba ni se ewuro de nti waso oba no so se ono so awode nti mpondum so do oba no ko so ba ko plastic chair or teso sorry so okwa akoso and abrante ni tam plastic chair no do bo oba ni tim sometime our connection mbekaya first light no wuye na ebusuafo abetena adom fm wo show so make trap drante ni busu ya adua moduru na mi so mo say misiramu mo kira ne be it's on record say obo mobaba number 2 mobaba no nye ne ho ade enti mo kira ne say oye modem masse bema mo kire ne den obema oni abotre a ontumi ni oba entra obema ontumi di oba atem obema ne kuma ba okeka nsem kirewo na ekire mu wabeka say I am sorry you know how life is hwe bema odi ohunya maka kirewo onye be I don't know but and maybe edo ji into cancel there no aka form there embe bi nso yo mo so mo abo mo nso nti mo ni baby akọ embe bi nso aka awade ho senses of mo ame no mo nkwasi asem mo ka wasori na mo nti yenja awade girl bi bom ya mane last week a young 39-year-old girl who has mouth stroke 39 years when you stroke awade bonne ne nkwasi ade asofo amaso yenja awade nti sister yenya mouth stroke. Now, Bemani Jimmy was
it's common nowadays.
Bemani Jimmy was Bemani were on bow. Bemani were fan in some bow, but what did not do what them? I'm out there movie. It's a new food. And now you see the world is fueling the indisciplined nature of our lives. Yeah, my and gadgets, yeah, my and software, yeah, man, and different forms of algorithm. And even more the access to misbehave. Me say they are replacing men because of our temper. Make me only last time I call Home Depot. Home Depot na say yentua many people yentua machines.
Oh yeah, it's a lot here.
Yentua many people first no kwa ni party ho or menstruate ni bufu aba be mate ho or no kasa keke. Now they are replacing you with machine. Anger is a good tool. It should be used for change. Enti bema wouldn't have a threat. Asen we see the make the papa the oil and the flowers. Emma, it's only be a red flag be any before marriage. Suddenly, can they through there are no red flags. eti hu ansa na wade aba ba bebo wa abotre no eya hwese no ne nyonko no etie issues occur see the way politics and I'm hu nkofo mu ni abotre se onu kunu wo ho politics and football now nkunu so MPP now nkunu so MBC na SMC na SDC ni akwala bi akodi president Gofo atem na nkunu etan NBA efie ho nyina besoja Nibutumi Fuma, if this is what we're going to discuss, let's not talk about it again. I don't want to hear you talking about these things. I don't want to have a fight to do because of some people's party. So let's end it here. I don't want to talk about it. Period. Anytime you get to a stage where you say, I don't want to discuss this thing, period, be careful. The same way, anybody who knows that you want to talk about this and they will constantly bring it up is testing your impatience. For me, I believe that. Well, me ma Esther and share na but Esther, na me conclude. Ma me ntie wo de. Ya boss 7.
What the gentleman now? Why we no?
Only ready zipping to say, "Oh my, you." I say wako party. And I'm gentleman so. Papa na say on bring money worry ne ba. O sa papa. Anye di ya.
Sir, me. Mun sem na sa. So
esta kofudia
wani ya do
esta no de okay na ya nti
network okay
de okay na ya nti
kanza me say yeah na arsem de nkofo arsem de ya yesusu nka kanza ateme nka
ya te o yesusu nka de wo hin
so obi na ne yere nya asem na se kakra beto abonte a ana obi e kabina gbegbegbe
Esther gbegbegbe ni ede asema ya kan no ni hu ya na ni hu de ni gbegbegbe Esther de
enti na o network de kora ya ta
de ni gbegbegbe
eno enti na o network na ya ta no
bema ene ne yere te ni maami ewu oba ababo siase yemfa koyo maami eyi una wo siase ono maami te enti o mo no maami wa ma 2 years after morning o ba ya ka che ne se nya morning bia na morning na wanya have cars ane ne ko wa kla wo kokko na awade egu am obi edi oyire na tema oyire ne nka hwe una ade asem nyina ba abonti so oyire ni paboni on peso be hu nkwala na when na wa ye wi a eba ne sen na o gina ka che nse egbegbe ho na egbegbe
counselor me say obi oba ne be ma awaresem de ebe to abonti a abonti so fo eni kwan sen ki e ka ni gbegbegbe eni kwan sen e ka ni begbegbe
adentia
oh enye
ebi ni den
oba se ni pa no anya se asama ba me fa se bia obi abeche na adwen ebe nam so ama obi aka ne de awie no ene no obewa ne se eno asa agotom now enti ni nyawa ebe enya me ense na nya me wa happy say yi bra funny face yi ne baby mama yi obewa ne se wo ma ye save the date wow enti no ebi mo sana mo se omo ye
na Esther say funny face any get your friend say oh Vanessa save the data na ebe haye
debi how ba me ka say
ebe gu ye ni ma say
ba asempa oh debi an gu ye ni ma say omo wan ni ebe gu ye ni ma say
e jade na say ye kan bi omo le ba be ye ni ko fa ba be na omo le ba be
ana me ka say
DNA na funny face wa ko ya nkala na nya ne dia ne de ba ba bio
wanya ko ye ana me so dan say
na sa on yo chiri na ona enti na network ni
sa asamo ba counselor omo me no asam ne de se ne me sana fo aso say bi on sa me cheche mu nka hwe wo de the Ashwa now, Montuaso, I know a man may come before France, a man may say. And you say, I am there, Montuaso.
And yet, on all my idea to desire.
Sunday, I didn't say, be our Baba, can I say, or Bana who saw. Baba gets the Bibian also in Yanto Basino.
I didn't know Paul Barnacho.
Oh, so also Paul Barnacho because of the real DBNA, Nidino, Ebiano, a bayan the same conform for the serious view.
It's other than the DBN, the DBN, all Baba in some one king. We are talking about anger. That is where we are. When a man loses it, when a man is angry, he wants everything to stop. That's what we are talking about.
Because me who ye the nkama ye ne epakasa ye ne epese ye cheche ye mumu ba ye say atani o ye say mema ni nyina do mu ho agi me who ye nkama ye ne epakasa bebre ye say mema ni timu be ka ma sese ye ma no kwa ne enya me ka ye de wow menim de enti ama na kwa basa enti no abotre ne de enhu hia because at the end of the day won say ensem bi okwa kwa ka na fe the later on no mo pese mo sa baba kwa say wontimi kwa mponye what the time bi aba be go what the man go ashe
Tama fela mekafui any medical wadi asembai what is a fela kasa then a medical empire
like a first then kai Emma, no, I said, Emma, dear Nancy, I said, the Yankasa. And I am the humanity Yankasa. You see, a man near is beautiful. It's very nice. And then it comes teas, and I like this teas. I haven't seen your lip balm though. America.
Sister, maybe America may crowd. Sister, maybe America may crowd. You're on TikTok. I'm a wife for a friend that said me who is saying. Don't bring me. Don't bring men yourself. Don't bring men yourself.
Counselor, where beacon and make us say, you see, I will December in Yaso, or orphanage, into Abia Pia, Albert, is the orphanage and the entity, the entity.
Sister, now one answer small.
Sorry, right? Sana la go for the money back. Sana go for the buy. Okay, Miss Wanda, as mommy. Or by picking me up, let me brasso. Was it a
Sister, if you saw a summer, I didn't have you a comedy HD. Missing one answer small. Oh, Casa Miss Sundaya. That the Casa Miss Sundaya say, Uniamwa. And I met to me when you know said me, Jama, because over can say DKB. Funny face, Echo Dial, Sabian and DKB between who she said. Young Bessie Gaka, Captain the deal, DKB,
the LOD, maybe the other that's and yes, I like DKB and Okumishman. If what you have so many for much saying, why do you say December? That's what you're doing.
It is a star. And it is a bansa.
You was to our Cassana or buy a channel. Often the Emperor was Wako. Oh, yes, Diana, a friend said, Papa, be one for the Abby. Shaki is a one friend said.
Charlie Bessie and a young tin in count. Means I was sending to Nabia, why be a shepherd. Your friend is shepherd. I want to say problem in your shepherd. Problem ni abna. Me problem in ya abna because microphone abna ne follow. So
cancer me shepherd me say only
shepherd never mind, you know. Shepherd cancer.
Shepherd become reminding about that 4 times.
Eti na there be no gusu reminding the head. If you was sister na dream.
I mean the first one he didn't respond. And I'm saying responding and I'm see if I'm minimum so cancer
no, he might not be able yet to have more if he say yet to have and your friend is in Fafali a year promise in less than 3 days she brought it. Well, it's Munya
and your catcher the Salis needs to respond to us, isn't it? It's a bit rude not to respond.
And I make cassette, me to
No, I'm not doing that because when you responded to me, not only said or sending a friend request to me, no name said no account me if he cancel a show. So how you doing there? And I'm responding, I'm a shepherd. That man because I he didn't respond again. If he was ready to chat to me, he didn't say I was somebody else.
So why can I contact me?
Now, chicken was no one.
Chicken pox, I'm just saying. And I said, I'm about to be in chicken pox.
We are
you got your shepherd needs to do the needful.
Mate. Eti Clarice, and come by Edino, a brandy and papa no money one in a banana on Janiza.
Counselor, you didn't actually fill me in, you know. I know, sir, now what I said. Confront there more issues about public, but I didn't know what was happening.
So there are 2 stories here about men managing their temper when it comes to issues as men. And if you look at the word manage, manage, it is not a word for women, it's a word for men. Man, age. That is the initial word from creation. Man, age. Women were created to cope, not to manage. That is why no man can satisfy any woman's need in her life. There's nothing I can do to satisfy all the needs in the life of my wife. I will do some, but her needs, she copes with what I do. So she's only coping. The story is said that Reggie Zippy, the young man we discussed here, who was saying that the wife is refusing her from seeing her children, went to the children's school and it became a police case, came on Facebook to speak against the ex-wife, and Saliman too said the ex-wife was doing too much. She's spoken to her to relax, while the woman says she doesn't know Saliman, she has not seen Saliman before and all those ones. Just did the needful by sending the email she is supposed to send to the ex-wife and the child's 10th birthday. He was granted a ticket to be part of the celebration.
Yeah, right? I see the picture of them, yeah, on TikTok.
And right after the celebration, he comes to write to say thank you to the wife for the reunion and the resetting and recalibration of their family. Now, that statement is what I am asking. If Reggie knew that such things will come, why was he behaving the way he was behaving? Because the woman kept saying that all I needed from Reggie was not to see the children, but to follow the right procedure by making a request. And he knows what to do. But he painted a picture that the woman was wicked. Now you are coming back to write to us. Mom and dad with birthday Princess Dior last night after family reunion dinner to celebrate Dion's 10th birthday. There is peace, love, joy, and harmony for our children and us, parents too. Thank you, Edith, the ex-wife, for this wonderful opportunity for us to reset and recalibrate our positive family relationship. Medasi. Hashtag birthday girl. Hashtag family reunion. Hashtag respect and gratitude. Hashtag daddy and Dion. Hashtag mommy and daddy. Hashtag thank you, God, for everything. And I'm saying that this reunion and everything, and coupling it up with this man's story, that he saw an old man and the old man crossed him on the street, nearly had an accident to even finish the old man. So he got down out of his car and went to hold the old man and disciplined the old man because he was very furious about what the old man did on the road, and told the old man his mind according to him. He told him whatever is on his mind, spoke everything that he wanted to say, and handed over the old man, who was 60 years plus, to the police at the place and left, only to go back to an old girlfriend he's been going out with that they want to get married, who says, come and let me introduce you to my father, and went to the house to be introduced and realized that the man that he insulted and spoke to anyhow happens to be the father of this girl that he's been going out with. The man has been straightforward. The man says, the way you behave towards me, your temper and everything, I don't think I should give you my daughter to marry. These are the two issues we have brought on the table. And our question is, if a man cannot manage his anger, he's not qualified to marry. What is your take on these two stories?
Yeah, that's right. I sat with the man because a counselor also said, I'm not disputing the fact to say they actually do change. You know, you ever go through all the counseling, I'm not disputing, but they make kind of sense. I'm saying that Papa empress to my
but also people do what?
I'm also saying I'm not disputing the fact to say because of maybe a they actually go counseling to change the way
they don't change, they mature. Nobody has ever changed because of their anger. They only mature. They see, they don't see, they hear, they don't hear, they feel, they don't feel, they smell, they don't smell. That is maturity, and that's what is called management in the life of a man. Man, age.
Yeah, but say Obi actually will suba me for instance, say Obi actually suba back could be one of one. Papa, this is the kind of your friend say suba me who that I don't know whatever happens. No, that then still clocks into my mind. Into yes, maybe I was sister, but also some Franco pop for Papa the money
now, where Baba now? Do you want to lose your guy because he maltreated your father?
Hey, counselor. Hey, who bet you suspect me about Panama Waro? Now, just like I mean, or can you crown or one name go. Papa, but you bet you are not hey, nobody can disrespect. No man on this earth has any right to disrespect my dad or my mom. I know it's just no. It's a boundary that can never be crossed by any man I ever dated and as I'm married to. Will you penny or come? I'm coming and doing it. And then there's another counselor that day. On the continue, who said, I always maybe I make who said, Mama be near my Pia on counsel. I think most of the time it depends on my people. I'm the type of girl when you meet me. Me no date ya. One person who said the name of Pisa, say, oh, yeah, not just one person, oh, yako, who person corner, oh, yako. But say if you buy better party, no, there's certain boundaries to cross.
But no news say a girl never knew.
And you have your girl.
Oluman bi na ebe cross so no yi ni suban di chire no. Oyo soja ni so. or see or your doctor soldier near or see name yes or the uniform but now he was furious and wanted to tell the old man his mind. And you can imagine the things he told the old man.
Well, he doesn't even have empathy because we all, whether we're black or you are white, we've got some form of respect for older people. Perform we saying, and there was some form of empathy from Kola. As a person, a human being, be out there. Sane man, it is a wish old man. So depend on quiet age weight, grab it, only sometimes it can be, forgiving and like forgotten and there's a shabby age weight there. But when we old man, that respect should be more. And this way to make treating the old man star. What should they not put by your ear? And oh no, internal there. I know cry is a minus cry because you don't have any empathy for older people. What meaning omukasa anyhow me and the idea now I'll be grateful if I was my dad, because at least if I was the girl, because at least she's been able to see the kind of a bit of an insight, the kind of man and I'm off no, it shouldn't be a marriage. I'm on cancer no be ankoda. I'm jollof rice maybe.
Oh, okay. So no matter how long they are prepared, you think that this is action of the father. Wouldn't the lady, when she walks out, maybe she's 30 or 31, wouldn't the lady come and blame this man for destroying his future marriage? Because most people, when a man breaks up with you after 30 years, it's difficult to find somebody else. And they are talking about 7 years in medical school after university. So they will be hitting like 30 years. Wouldn't they come and blame the father for stopping or nunti wanya wale wale? Why would you
like I said, I don't think I think it said we need to be trained to come to an understanding. Say marriage shouldn't be about age, shouldn't be about time, shouldn't be about like say time limit and not be it should be about what I said you are ready. Being ready doesn't mean say be about no. Being ready means to say when you
fantastic for you, soon sound for this rubber. And then they cry. And then cry, pa, fantastic for Koya, soon sound for Abba. Minyana main point, I'm a Jimmy.
Oh my God, sometimes they have come here, they know why you know, frankly speaking, because me wouldn't be baby, I can send you the man, then on one cassette track and say, I told him my mind. And to your mind, and I told you, and you will be the Nako to you. It was your own. He said, now what better say mind, yeah, what the year me never way. What is that mind now? They go, me Baba, I did 7 minutes on Baba, and you mentioned fat, the Baba and chef wants to bear my bow. Because the channel and the band to go in your mind, I was going to. That may end day. So all that should be considered. And again, the profession or any day, will be done a baby. The profession, no cry, and I'm 50 about 6 o'clock. Said the penny who can also one knowledge of the cognitivity because of the age now.
Yeah.
You could have brought a non who talk on the soil, you careful. It tells us who you are. This is will be a time we need you commanding you all that time.
That's right.
And that's right. At that time, catching an idea. When I walk to school, and a woman say, you know, maybe Papa again we slower than a dear mate. Doctor.
Oh, a soldier need doctor.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I wasn't out of that, and now do to what this idea. If Papa Mr. Nessa Mucho comes, I careful. With a young Papa, I really will be this year, maybe you were to I mean, if you have said that, and I had said it, I'm pretty baby. That was your mind. That would have been your mind.
And you know, So Vic, you can imagine that if this is what he did, and finally he goes there, and this is where they are introducing him. This will be a credit in his account. Do you understand? Honorable, welcome. Do you understand? Ekobane said he took care of this old man well and assisted the old man to go to where he's going to. Like this time now, Okoya, surprisingly, he happens to be the son-in-law to be. Can you imagine what will happen?
Exactly. You know, this man would have said, "Think of what you call a mama." Because in town, all of a sudden, you want your union for the small. A soldier, you're always protecting the civilian. And think how you know, and Papa Penny, so I ain't one of that one if you will doctor and was out one if you be the soldier. And think how the son of money in a book from, and think can I go to a hair bracket? Who may be saying,
Thank you. Thank you.
Because mind you, counselor, I'm Papa. Papa no to poor counselor.
Yes.
Because he almost came near to death.
Yes.
One counselor from how kind of know.
Yes.
He came close to that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, one me crop on one me mouth said the one me man and tia said, hey, Papa, if you say anything, the name of Musa ya tia, any car, that's how you happen so. And I'm sure, counselor, it's Adam Papa no rare one to buy.
Okay.
Say and car, may and whom you na me so Tommy Kakaka, come my problem. A branch is out to she will go so. And he will never forget somebody like that.
Yes.
The interview.
Yes.
Now we Namyame Papa, me said me sure Papa. But actually, said me man, Nene and Quatsana. Hey, counselor, they didn't to me as I did. And I cannot blame the man say, or deny the man say or money back on anybody.
Well,
I don't know. Or what? Bibi anya ya se oba wa be ma na no ya. O ba na ya ne ya. Asebo oba ka cho no ji ba ko di. Ya ni mu ade. Se ibi kwa wo ko fi se de kwa ku ti o ti ya o papa di. One ne sa. O ba ka what is the lady saying about the whole issue?
The lady has not spoken. The lady has not spoken, but I'm saying that when it comes to terms like this, women will want to fight for their love. I know.
Yeah.
They want to fight for their love. And my dear sir,
you know, still lady and then
American
she will come and say, Papa, no.
may say, or Baba for you, they are punishing the Papa.
Or tread carefully.
Or Baba for you, Papa.
And or they punishing the Papa.
What's it?
That's what he has to do.
We don't need to go for years. Oh, and for 4 years, they think they are punishing their father. Sure.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Girl, be what type of beautiful girl, be what type of black beauty girl. This girl is so yes. Girl, be what type of
2 years, maybe about 5.
sure. Girl, be what type of already papa and kasa. Is that something papa say o money pay? And o share that e share boy do na boy ni nyem no. Ye bisa no o say papa na nyem no. Eniguasie. E chire mo be kan no kure. Afi de on na ati abo no fi. E na on abo ya e kan. O say ne de no, o ne papa ya ka 5 years. O so do papa ya ka in 2 years. According
papa nkasa 2 years of friend me cry me fa because o say our hen boa me like.
Let us say. No kan ye be si e na our hen boa na boa.
Oh, sure. You papa ya ka 2 years.
No, our wale na last year many years.
No, na me chu me kasa ko ni ho. Say nko ye. No. Okay, na we nko ye papa. so no na me dane ko na wo ka je nse nko yi o da do so ye ko se me ka kire wo se ya me ti wa me hu no o ugina ho kra hu
ya no ya ka kire no entiano no
yeah o friend me ka kire me se o de o sa na ju 12 o'clock of friend me kasa bebre disrespecting me ka kire me se wa ma me fa me ba obebo no pe na me friend ka kire o se brefie na fie da ho me si dan amamo den na wo hwehwe ne papa ya ka because wa be pa cho amama pene we are so stupid genius
Jimmy won na Jimmy no won the time ben
ka wutie mi anka bia ba pe na one na wo
Dabi Jimmy no eba
na ya too late o we are too late
mu wi na Jimmy ne ba ana Jimmy ne fi na eba Mate honorable
Jimmy ne dia asem o council e wo order that baby odo ne be ka ho na ayi ne ho epi
wa ha na me ya adwuma na
okay bia ni amane kafra
Jimmy no there accounts of our hormones. The hormones, you know, stable, but they who's the head, Jimmy Body, Jimmy's
okay. Si hormona Jimmy.
But yeah, Papa, they say a lot of things, and because we don't understand, you know, but they want the best for us.
And the girl wait about my
dad is a very difficult person. So what's now? Yes, I think she should listen. Adding there, I understand, especially what do I could do. Adding is difficult, especially so yeah or no, and a guy did the thing too. In Zambia, she might not feel the magnitude of whatever the dad is feeling. But the whole thing is, oh, Papa can now can. And I believe that doesn't want anything.
But if
the Bible says, you say, yeah, you want the best for our children.
No, but if what
God of our heaven, God has something better for her.
If you are Vic, the argument by the Bible said, naturally, only Clarice, naturally, we are raised to give a certain form of respect and care to the elderly and children. Whether they are your father, they are your children, it is a normal thing that must be done. And the worst of it is, at 60, as a medical practitioner, you should know the medical condition of the cognitive template of such a man. The other part is that your uniform gives you a certain form of discipline for protection as a military officer. So this young man, like Honorable Yafan said, he doesn't regard human being, because with all these things, so I mean, with all these things, he needs to learn the hard way.
Why what?
You know, he needs to learn the hard way.
Sometimes, unfortunately,
a lot of things attribute to the Ovinam Nase or ye unstable, like I said, I didn't I enter on Loro Pass, one a person or Loro Pass on a highway sooner or Ben and second the Bonnie. There's something wrong with the
Ubo bre yanka enye nena nkwa na nam sei opanyi bone mu nyini e kama sema mu ndwen ene una wanyi na ade ba ha wadwen ka me say papa bi a me gina ma ne pe ena me hu say he's rushing on the road at his age, but he can do anything to me. Eti o twa kwan mu no na nkofo obo abme wo machi ina me stop here. What did he say? Okita lotto paper ena pen hye ni botom ha say pen top ni yi to wolo kwan. The old man stopped in the middle of the road to take the pen top. Ewa Beka Junction. Beka Junction, busy road. I didn't mind those who were behind me. Me who that I stopped. So I'm saying that the word is a man.
Is necessary or no feeling say necessary so far.
Yeah, partly. Men and I papa mamma. Hospital. I know the hospital. Papa mamma, so mind you, our mamma and mammy you know. Now a mamma in I said, Obia to 2 crime into no money into a hospital. No Obia for and now Obi free hospital a bar your crew Nayabu to a bar Patensa. Or by an old command massive. Most I will be power of a dog. So, a head nurse no deal with dinner, or so a bay for dinner walk around with dinner. No, I won't say, name my friend at this summer and get a turn. No, Sabri Wabi. No, so, yes, or almost friendly in ready. Or say, ha! And to woman, I know quite or friend, Papa, and you know, catch a papa friend woman, you know, and a memon in Lumina, a bird, a ball together. And mind you, almost you know, so almost you know. 6 feet. And one coffee, Munia Mammy, no Munia Mammy, no, and 9, a woman who call hospital. And to call hospital, now, or be chill or more mammy, dainty, that's in the barn. Or move round on 9 years in the town. Maybe a child, dear father, on 1 day, 1 would go one. Now, Meva Pancasa. Now, or pray, lady, done in a national trophy. And was say, oh, yeah, Nessie, you're supposed to have a decency and respect for other people. Well, some mamma, I will pass it in the or you say, oh, mammy. On a catch also one way. Hey, what a hospital. Now, say, and Kakatuana, Omunia get it to woman. Mr. Cabay jealous. Oh, respect and I nipa or nipa simple. No respect whatsoever. Mamma no better who no so free him. Or buy a near another to home. Or buy okay, bear 2-3 days in Obiama Sheno. Umusanida, some mamma now Unia Busia or Mawayana Bibisa who can be that. But there be also about Yamina, Minana so. Then I not take the swat to form. Into almost getting necessary for about only Bibia on Pepper and or catch or friend nurse and try and was me mamma and one. A Marian Quadia, Manasa, my mamma and a baha. One woman say yes, I'm part so she had no respect, and she Papa call her and did not Papa so mamma and now to found Papa or mamma feel no mamma nurse busy before. Now, nurse, yes, nurse gave me. Oh, yeah, or about no other catch him and so mammy one way on the side of Tim one. And now, men are not friend. Men are not friend, no, and no catch us and the mamma who and you. So, pursue while I would choose tobacco. Just like that. Just the respect that was in it, you know. Professional, especially professional people, nurses, police force, soldier force, those kind of almost like a for disrespect one. You'll be shocked. So they almost me disrespecting the pastor. And the Ghana nurses are so Ghana a lot of them are so working to the core. You can't do it. Working with people, with me, I see agent a lot. Master, it's not easy. Unia botra you obi wo ho beba ono so oba so obe disrespect o ntina ese unia empathy ese unia that respect and me say no I can't for them with that kind of oh yeah then I'm see me if you I won't mind you I'll just be looking at me if you as a shame from my sister always say if I don't care what the person like it has really helped
what's the only mistake here
because
if what would you Obi out who out me obi aka 3 days ani nipa nka sa o de na ya o de na nye set ma o de na ya
counselor 3 days there so you have to be out to 2 weeks kwa na menkasa o
no hwe we mu nyina
and then counselor I think say spiritually some people are very because counselor me don't even just because you move here you won't everything yes, young son, no matter what we are you. Young son, no matter what we are I had to make a touch of those people. When I say those people are young couple or more necessity, hospital, there are many people that come in, many people that go out. Who knew when you are with them and there was two or Yari or Dawa when you don't know who you when you are. And you know, say, and you peer watching, and I am a baby. Nothing, your mother, your mama, your mom, when you're say, and put Nipa with 2 samples or your penny. Cover, I know they were happy, but then, and the notice is a property of it. Say, the new picture, one that made it at him, within the baby, oh, what? Cover, then a fire must wait. My friends about 1 million years, and Masto, make him up. Make him up. Counselor, we went to Best Buy one time. The crew had gone over the castle. You call Best Buy one time, they call a gun and money beach now. Now they say, Obisa TV way price, no Obisa TV way price, no Obisa TV way price. So I guess some of the workers were getting tired of it or whatever. So I thought, oh, Catholic, no, me, I grew up, I cut up one yard. Kasa chichi say manu we had been we on tompo na day. So I was listening to them all right. And I'm minister on no so card yoka in the whole church thing. Ya kwa de me ni di na ya de ya be gina ho be kan pa so no be ya be tunu ba ka fa ni ye to e be sen ko ye ko na nsa na na te no o maka bibia ma na ha ni to no mo ye back and forth. And you know who I am? You are talking to me like that. Or near more casa back and forth. Now, cancer, if you do a better one or Becca, what you may do. No, that's what Casa missing now. Or your gun is cancer, Manuyi, you couldn't back up 1 week. Because, oh my, Jawa Mona, we would be a so that say, I know what you do, the Jawa Mona Kobe before floor. Hey, Casa Manuel. Manuel, see you. What do you want? Hey, the lady is cussing me out.
hey
I want to make me power show. Baby, I met here, and I know baby, a part of here and so much. And I'm turning around the catch up because I don't talk to me. We don't. Because opinion of money. Now, me, make us all mammy to what and allow women the attitude say as good year. And for one yas and neck and come back. I may want to be and come back.
Oh, she's right. She's right. Ghana for that's our attitude. We think the same because we are Ghanaians and we are women. We are eventually the Anna to be a sister. Anytime. It's what the way she reacted, she's right.
Yes. So that's who is behaving in public space and I will say you are right.
Yeah, that's not your
public space. So we are meant to be the
if one after the other. One after the other. If you are one after the other.
Deal with stuff like that. And you're guilty.
And nothing about it, me pound at all. Because you will say yes, or not to be an abundant. Won't me my country and say uncle and so on.
Yes, just if you want to who will be arrested,
I'm not saying it anymore. And I'm a calm and say, you could be a busy for man and could say, oh, yeah, oh, be so mild.
Oh, what?
Oh, so mild. I'll put your mind. I asked to one, open to quite your mind, and they can come and too. Counselor, but that's the thing. My tenant, you want to say it, even if I'm right. At that time, nothing I'm meeting the let me what I say. At that time, the Yadina, one wants mammy, then I'm giving my uncle to Nathan. It's right there and then. Me panacho, and I'm saying, I'm sorry. That will come out from that and Jack Mabeki. It's you fetch me. And I'm moving on. But to quiet say, hey, I me do be there one and I'm gonna make a yam. No, who was that the work of the narrative? And I'm a walk on my one. So we always have to know. Say, and when you're right, oh baby, and I say, yes, we better we do to me, maybe air proof, this one, I said, you know, and you're very careful how we speak to each other. Now, wouldn't me who go near what I can say before, and you read them has the own clapping, no clapping over the new read them has the one to me, and to overcatch and say, Mammy, money, they will be, and it will fire. Say, Mammy, yeah, one of the team members, I hear, and in the our friend, catch them saying, but me kwame rade ko ntimi enti no or ya sorry mpenko to desire nyese ma ye bone na emu no ntimi ma me hwem kaza me ye mo shimi afnete na wo wo hospital wo so awo de me o show de me how na ma me ni ka ta me chere no kwa me ni te ka ta me chere no so you see if I any oyo bia me call you one matter the number na me hwem ni bia ko ka to ya you don't know who is that person or that one. I will share. Tell me, your nurses, I am a so more cry if you more. A buy a gun of food, sell a young for castle, your man, and see a one for now. We are very, very careful. Nipana Wabana was that one. I will share no good name on the Pacoro. Look at all and found when I don't want to patch on money for more. Now, wouldn't name and carry a wild battle among the our job degree. Say, even Yamu educate a yard for much.
Sabutre, engineer how to manage our anger. Doctor, is it Dr. Saria na Dr. Degna Afreda Kasa? Dog. Dr. Asasi Radio, another.
Dr. Aseye.
Okay, Aseye mo.
Aseye Amwa.
Okay.
Counselor.
Yeah.
Please, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm good, sir. Hello to the house.
We are fine in the house. So what?
Well, the little I want to say regarding the topic for discussion this afternoon. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. My grandbaby is not finding my, what I'm doing funny at all. But please bear with me. What I was saying. My country. No, please, I love how you're speaking. I'm learning, my dear. Abranti, ne training in age or that one so we are doctor now sign military man. Now to me a young Hosano and ye come because we are training our receiving I was saying to me was Abagayano, both as a military man and as a medical doctor. Wow, it is so to see now, yes, me, papa. Like one of the ladies said, if you disrespect any of my parents, well, that's a no. You're not going to do that for any purpose. Yes, you cannot disrespect my parents. No, because I'll not do it to you. So why would you do that? And like everyone has said already, a grown-up is a grown-up. A grown-up is a grown-up. Even if you are angry, no matter what that grown-up has done, you need to be careful with your choice of words, your reaction, and everything. So you don't, that respect to the grown-up person. So we should try and control our temper in situations. You're better off not talking, because the elderly, they go through their own issues. Like the chancellor said, he came across an old man who had to pick up his pen cover. For him at that time, pen cover somebody was going
to stick lotto.
Right.
Lotto
a pen cover. He had to go get it.
You know, so please let's try, and we don't have to know who that person is before we behave ourselves.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Alfred. Alfred.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Big SM, you're moderator. See, I'm not even back question. Is a maneuver camp now. Alfred.
Thanks for the opportunity, Counselor.
I hear. Alfred.
Yeah.
Check what you Alfred.
Yeah. I'm listening.
You came to listen. Okay, so mute yourself once you are listening.
Now, where are you? You are listening. You have to show people that you are listening. I just when I joined, it has not been long.
All right. Okay. All right, Amwa. Mr. Amwa, what's your comment on the discussion? Go, we're wrapping up.
So you have to give me
a young man like you and Alfred saw an old man, and unfortunately, the old man crossed him on the street. He didn't treat the old man nicely, insulted the old man, and handed him over to the police. The girlfriend was going to introduce him as a future husband. He's a doctor and a military officer. And only to find out that the old man that he disrespected and screamed on and was furious because the old man crossed him and he nearly knocked him down to involve in a fatal accident happens to be this girl's father. And the man just narrated the incident and said he cannot allow the daughter to marry such a man. And we are asking, is the old man right?
The old one is not right.
The old man is not right. And can we hear why you think the old man is not right?
For me, I think life really is about time and places.
Okay.
And you can never say never. I mean, I feel like it is circumstances that makes us, not the people involved. Because, I mean, the same old man that the guy screamed on, it depends on the situation at hand, because he crossed him and then he almost knocked him down, so he had to do what he did.
Okay.
You get it? And then the old man should know, say he was also at fault. That's why the guy reacted like that, because there's no reaction without an action.
Okay.
So he should know, say it was because of the circumstance at hand.
Okay.
That is what might have compelled the guy to act the way he acted, but probably that's not how he is. That's one basic principle I believe in this life.
So let me interrogate your principles more. Within our basic principle, there are some trainings that we have naturally through our cognitive dispensation. For example, if you're trained as a military man, you have self-discipline. And one of the self-discipline is to control your emotions and your anger. Number two, in the whole world, we have also been inculcated from God's time to date that we give respect and honor to the elderly. So the elderly people, whether you know them or not, it's very important for you to render to them certain form of respect. The other part is, this is a medical officer, trained and qualified, who knows that when people are growing old, the likelihood of they acting as children is high. Finally, we all make mistakes. So based on your human nature analysis, this man is a complete makeover. A military officer with discipline and uniform, a military officer who has been trained as a medical officer, and here comes the natural tendencies of training children and the aged in a certain way. Do you stand by the words that he's right by all these standards?
No, well, I mean, judging from all what you said, trust me, the guy didn't do right. But what I feel is that as humans, we are human beings first before any other orientation. That's how I feel.
But why do we have the orientation? The orientation is to augment what we call manage. And the word manage are for men. That is why it's spelled as M-A-N-A-G-E. Man, age. Man, age. In every situation, man, age. So God created the Garden of Eden and he called man, age in the garden. It's called manage. Women will cope. That is why we are not able to satisfy them in any way of their life. But men, like this one, is supposed to man and age. What if he could have done all the good things by his standard as a security officer, by knowing that this man is an aged man and how to assist him? If he could have done right, wouldn't you think that marrying somebody's daughter, even with no money, could have been a praiseworthy statement now? Going back to the good book in the Bible says that when Cain and Abel came to offer their sacrifices, the Lord spoke to Cain and he asked Cain, why have you frowned your face? If you could have done good, would your sacrifice not be received? And when the Lord God spoke to Cain, Cain now went to the brother and invited the brother Abel. Can you escort me to go and do something here? Little did Abel knew that he was going to kill him. He went and he killed Abel, and Abel never survived apart from his blood speaking better things like vengeance. But Cain lived a longer life and enjoyed his fullness of life. So I'm saying that what anger can do to you at times, you don't know. The guy said he was furious. He needs to learn how to manage himself. So he was wrong. And I think the old man is right not to give the daughters to a quick-tempered man like this. What do you think?
Quick-tempered? For me, I'm still holding my stand that is the circumstance. Trust me.
So in circumstances,
I feel like
where do quick temper come in? Where do quick
to be?
So, Mr. Ma, where do quick temper comes in here? Because an old man crossed you and it was nearly fatal and you drove to safety. And after driving to safety, then you want to say that you quick-temperedness, that you are furious, you insult him, you tell him at his age, if he had proper children, he will not be walking alone at this time.
That one is taking it too far.
Send to come and cause trouble for me. You saw that I nearly killed you for something. Why are you like this? You are an evil man. Where are you going at this time? Those conversations. Isn't nice? Well, he was furious. Why can't we manage our emotions? Come again.
When you are furious, I mean, you lose your self-control. That is fine. But half of the time, people act before they realize what they've done.
So it's wrong. He didn't do well.
Yeah.
So the old man should not hand over their daughter to such a man. If he will change, he should go and change, but not to become a son-in-law to this man. Because the story will always linger in the mind of this man, and they will revisit the story.
Well, I mean, things happen, and then we should be able to move on from that. I mean, for all you know, trust me, if you have knocked the old man down, it would have been a different ballgame altogether.
If you could have knocked the old man down, it could have all come up to the point that the old man might have been crossing from the wrong place. And I give an example where I met a very old, aged man who was crossing at Becareful Junction. And whilst he was crossing, he was holding note paper and had a blue pen in his his pocket. All of a sudden, I saw that he was bending in the middle of the street, picking the pen top cover. But what I learned was that the fact that it was ready for me to move, I still was very skeptical and was watching to see if green means go or just go. And sincerely speaking, I saw him looking for the pen top. And people were hooting at
on
me.
The road.
Yes, in the middle of the street. The pen top fell from the top, the chest pocket. Like you see the way the blue pen is.
Yeah.
The top fell. And he was taking the thing in the middle of the road.
Wow.
But I thought that can happen. So I didn't drive. Because they become children like somebody is saying. But the truth is that everybody can make mistakes. And like I shared earlier on, my daughter went into my car and went to lock my car key. And the mother called me. The mother called me. I said, it's okay. Even me, I've locked the key more than 5 times. So much more her. Do you know that before my wife came back, after arranging for the specialist to come and we are sending them money to pick the motorbike, the small girl has removed the key from the car.
Wow.
And the mother said there was no damage. Whatever process they use, she's taking the key out of the car. And when I was told that my daughter has locked my key, as if I'm not a human being, I said, it's okay. I leave it there. But there are men who are not patient at all because they were not raised to be patient. Especially Americans are very impatient. Majority of the Americans I have met, they are very impatient. Hey, Americans, especially those who grew and were raised around New York, who know. Thank you for
that. They are very violent.
Hey, I don't even see them be violent. They are impatient. Everything they want is but life is beyond giddy giddy. Life is beyond giddy giddy. Today you are dead, tomorrow you are no more. I have come across people on this platform who have insulted me 10 years ago. Now they are taking remedy from me and I'm saving them after their insults. So I think that no woman should allow a man who can manage his anger to marry you. As a matter of fact, what
about the women who are not able to manage their anger?
So women don't manage anger, they cope. Management is for men, M-A-N-A-G, man, age. Women cope, they don't manage.
Well, because how did you cope with their bad, it's because it's bad manners.
Thank you. So they cope with it. This is the thing. Usually, the controlling mechanism is from the other person. When two women are angry and they are exchanging words, if you observe their mood of exchanging words, usually the things they tell themselves, you weigh it and it doesn't really make any holy sense. However, when a man is exchanging words with a woman, they degrade the woman to the anatomy of nothing. So you see that the gender disparity is different. That is why God said, man, age, which means in any situation, activate your aging mechanism. That at my age, this thing should not go this way. Yes, my wife has not cooked food yet for us to eat. Yes, my wife has not come back home early. Yes, my wife is doing this. But she's a female, and how do you act? That is why the Bible says that husbands, live with your wife with understanding so that your prayers are not hindered. They are the weaker vessels that God created. And when God was creating them, we are asleep. It's part of our temperament models for us to manage them. So women who are very, very quick-tempered, they only need men who can manage them. That is why for you to be married, you need to be a leader before you become a husband. Never become a leader after being a husband. It will not help you. So management of our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions are very essential. Anger is a tool for change. It can also be a master for distraction. So let's all learn to manage our anger. Everybody must learn to be angry. Be angry, but don't sin. Don't speak. It says be angry, don't sin. Some of us can get angry and our choice of words are so indoctrinatedly silly in the anatomy
but it's really hard to control yourself when you're angry.
If you cannot control yourself.
One thing I've done which has really helped me is that I've realized or noticed the elements or things that makes me angry. So I'm aware. The thing is, I've sat down to do the self-reflection and realized, okay, so I'm still growing, but where I am now, these are
things that I feel I don't agree with and makes me angry is so when I see that it is on the way coming, I try to block it out before we get there. It's one thing that has helped me in my relationship with
so
my wife.
if you
So
are
it's like
asked to answer,
Mr. Moa say if I the chronomy, not say me the ba who shut me down, some man pama because be more go for some instrument to make come on to.
yes.
but
No,
that
that's
is
not fair.
that is not
That is
management.
not fair.
That is not the management.
Yeah, that is not management. Who can't
Because management in your act of managing, Mr. Moa, in your act of managing, you need to learn to tolerate because anger is an intense emotion antagonized by reflections that are being said from the other person. So, for example, if you are short and somebody says short me, then you say onye. If you are tall and somebody says titola, you say yeah man. If you are black or dark and somebody say ko blacky, then you are offended. If you are fair and people say obroni koko, then you smile. But when you are free gato and somebody say oh free, then you get offended. Your mouth is big like my own. Somebody say nabu agbo, then you are offended. I don't know why you should. So it is left with you to understand what makes you angry and how you work on your anger.
Yes.
You understand? By your
you have a coping mechanism, right?
No, it's not coping, it's management.
Is the woman who's supposed to have a coping mechanism,
yes.
But the man need management skills.
Yeah, because women don't have management, they have coping skills. And within their coping skills, they end up in a certain way that nothing satisfies them. They are curious, they have some high gross, emotional intelligence that nobody has. They have instincts that they always want to use it to justify whatever they are not doing right or doing wrong. I believe that each of us should go for anger therapy. Seek for help because the only time you know you are angry is when you are attacked in public and the way you react. I always tell myself that I have sat on a lot of TV shows with very, very angry people at me. And the more they get angry, the more I get point because I manage them. Let's not ever use anger as a tool to destroy where we find ourselves and where we are. So a man who is quickly angered is disqualified to find himself in marriage. And for me, I believe like Amwa said, you should know when you are angry. And I'm going to treat anger management again. I've done the first part and two, I think 3 parts on my YouTube. But I think what is going on, I will want to come and teach what is anger.
Yes.
And how to manage it.
Because one thing I've realized about anger is that, you could get annoyed or angry at something, and if you don't take it, it can translate into everything you do further on.
Unfortunately, there's always a presbyter of anger.
Mm-hmm.
People are not angry by the things that happened indirectly. People are angry by the things that has happened already.
Spoken truths and all that.
So when they were growing up, they were told, "Wanuka see the now they're coming back now and see." Then all of a sudden they grow to become the doctor, they grow to become the soldier, they grow to become the president, they grow to become the very rich and influential. Then they find themselves loving a beautiful woman like Lady Victory. Then the whole lady they love opens the mouth to say, "Hey, me dog, would they mean to see but no so hey, me must say everybody be crying by joke." They get very offended. And I'll come and treat temperament and anger, God willing, Thursday. I'm going to teach temperament and anger because people think that temperament is temper. Temperament is not temper. It is an innate being. So how do you manage your temper? How do you manage your temperament and your anger? Everybody can be angry, but be careful that your anger will not destroy your future. Finally, may I say to all of you, never make a permanent decision in a temporary situation because
Thank
no
you.
condition is permanent. Any situation that comes on your way, including marriage, marriage is a temporary situation. So I don't know why you are
Really?
Marriage is not permanent, it's temporal.
But how?
Marriage is not permanent, it's temporal.
Because I feel like our lifespan or the number of days you spend on it, we spend majority of the years in marriage than not married.
Because we want to.
So what are you advising? As in that we get married and break up, or
Nobody says
how
breaks
do we
up.
make it temporary?
Nobody says breaks up, but marriage is not forever. There's no policy that says any marriage is forever. There's an end to any marriage. And the safety valve
That
to
is
marriage,
death.
no, it's not death. The safety valve to marriage is not death, but it's divorce.
Divorce.
Yes.
But I think that is a condition, right?
No, it's not a condition. It's part of the package. When you buy banana, if you go out there to buy banana and they have peeled the banana already and give you the fruit, will you be pleasantly eating it?
No.
But when you buy banana, you pay both the peel and the contents.
Yes.
Whatever you use the peel for, is it any of your business or the one selling the banana?
No.
So the packages of marriage includes everything. The two things we should always expect in marriage is cheating and divorce. If it has not come yet, it doesn't mean it won't come. So when it happens,
So it comes in all marriages. Are you saying it comes in all
every
marriages?
marriage, because if you are not married, you can't cheat. And if you are not married, you can't divorce. So it's part of it.
So it means, I feel like, you see, it's just like possible answers, true or false. There's divorce and then there's to go on forever. It's like you going to write the final exams. There's the option to just make it right from the WASI room, and there's the option to fail and then go for non-tech.
So who makes
So
it? So who makes it right? Is it the examiner?
Right?
Is it the examiner marking your paper, or you writing the results, the exams?
I think it goes hand in hand.
No.
You write the exams.
No.
What counselor is trying to say is, I said marriage, no. What I said, on can't say divorce, no. Anyway, on I said, it depends on who nipa no. Who nipa the work you put in now, man, a divorce we are not saying. Emma Motina like Bafu and I say, we didn't know what I said. And yet permanent.
No marriage is permanent.
Okay.
Marriage is not permanent. Marriage is a temporary situation. So don't make a permanent decision. It's a temporary situation, so don't make a permanent decision.
Yeah.
Don't get cardiovascular issues because of marriage. And I want to marry you for 40 years. You are the life of my life. I will die with you. Please don't try this nonsense. They are jargons of stupidity. Marriage is not forever. When Jesus Christ met the woman in the book of John chapter 4, the woman who gave Jesus water to drink has married 5 times. And after her 5th marriage, she was in the room again with a 6th man who was somebody's husband. How come a one woman can have 5 husbands marrying her? She has a secret that other women who are struggling to get one must go and study. Marriage is not forever. So don't make a permanent decision in a temporary situation like marriage. It's not like Christianity. We are making a permanent decision that we're going to heaven. Christianity is not to go to heaven. Heaven is not our goal. Any Christian whose goal is to go to heaven has missed the mark. The goal of a Christian is to bring heaven on earth as it is in heaven. That kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So where is your heaven? Are you creating heaven on earth? Let's not rush with things we don't like. May I encourage husbands who are quick-tempered that it's not their fault. It's the fault of their upbringing. And for those of you who have children, stop pampering them. Stop railing them like you're running the poultry farm. Raise them to become future husbands, future fathers, so that we will not have a world of men who have become doctors, who have become military officers, and don't know how to treat the aged because it's not their own. I, in my conclusion, support this old man not to hand over the daughter to such a man who is quick-tempered. May I also say this on record? If you are here as a man, as a woman to be precise, and you are married to a man who insults you, denigrates you, and say evil things to you, don't give him your heart. Don't fight him back. Don't allow his words to destroy you. Move on. You can move on in marriage, not just by divorce. You can live with a man who you don't care about what he says. Hear it and let it pass. If you can't, divorce him and go ahead with your life. I've seen women divorced with 5 children and are happily married better. I've seen women who have lived with a man. I told you about the story of the woman who came to us in Joy from Tema, that she's been married for 9 years, 9 to 12 years, because they saw themselves 12 years ago when they are married, where the husband has never had sex with her to get to orgasm before, broke the record of having sexual intercourse with the boss in the office, and she realized that there's something called orgasm, and decided, if there's something beyond what my husband is showing me, then from today, I wouldn't be in this marriage again. She loved her husband, and she's better off. I've met people that after 10 years of their divorce, they look fresh, look better, and they look well in their new marriages than when constantly they go to the hospital in their bad marriage. If you are a man watching me and you are quick tempered, if you are a man who is obsessive and you are very, very possessive of your wife, thinking that that is what will protect your wife. If you are a woman who is very possessive of your husband and you are getting sick because you are scared he's out there sleeping with everything, may I encourage you to seek for therapy. The number is no other number, but it's +1 862 571 3950 862 571 3950. Please, I'm ready to assist you to work on your anger therapy. But on Thursday, I'll start a lecture again on how to manage your anger as a man. But the therapy must start from childbirth, start from delay of gratification. Delay.
Madam, be best friend, what would you know? Say, men are the man, why?
Remember the discount.
Into the amount of quarter that, but then I'm sure Johnny about to me into the bathroom. Why?
So thank you all very much. It's been lovely, it's been good. If you are angry, be careful what you say to each other, because words are spirit. Words are spirit. And words spoken, it's not easy to take it back. We are human beings. Once a while, we will scale off, but don't allow your scaling off to become a wicked act in your life. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. Macbeth Ginger Honey Chips is a proud sponsor of this one. This is the powder one, and this is the rough one that you very crunchy. If you want one, call the number on the screen now, +1 862 571 3950, or call 862 215 2007. Remember, the best is still in town. MSP 30 for women. I don't have a sample here because traveling, I forgot I didn't put any in my bag. Tonight, I am not in New York, if Clarice is aware. I'm in Florida. The weather in Florida is like the one in Ghana, but I'm inside the room here. Before I leave tomorrow, I'll take you to the beach. I'll have a show at the beach tomorrow. So let's not miss it. It's sweet to be here. Nice. The weather is good. Thank you for joining me once again. I'm grateful. Remember, I am just a telephone away to help you. Don't die in a dying situation. Don't die. in a dying situation and never make a permanent decision in a temporal situation. How do you know this is permanent? No condition is permanent. Don't poison each other. Don't be wicked to each other. Take care of yourself till I see you again. Good night.
All right, counselor. Good night.
Clarice, you're supposed to call me.
I'll message you. I'm planning now. Good night.
Vic, madam. Vic, Emrena son. You have a sugar machine in by you, Vic.
Oh, counselor, referral. Now, me and customer sword, but referral.
Madam, as I said, we need to say what's one thing. But I'm telling you, as I said, I worry if you are not one thing. Only Clarice who's my epic. Esther, the work can see. The work can see.
Hello, Minyama. Me say a droya me baby do my dance ya chow, Mrs. Bento, me do my dance ye. Minim a dra me baby do who asem a chow, MSP 30. Me say a drawway, a bra na mean to me, bra. Me say my bra jit one day in the crown, so mojano and papa. Me say a drawway and the chicha jane. Wouldn't say, to me, ya bra ya. One no a drawway ya, send ya was a or bar uflo, and my uflo pepe. One more almost caught a feature on my just young way yachas want to mean your one wish. Missy MSP 30 a drawway. Meme se me nyenti a me di ho adanse ayede. Achrew, pair bin to ya pebito, oba uchima asay, oba wo ye chima gise ye te wonka. MSP 30 na record ma. Na unim say secret ba ko san wo ho say even say enye chima crampo a unto se won man. Esiesi wase eyi nkabone ema ye yeast infection ni ajade nyina me se edroway a friend MSP 30 no juma edima me maso ahwe woso kone kosohwe me maso ahwe woso kone kosohwe na me se opedodo etu a ene yera kwan ya telephone number na woso
0277 609 644
me dase.
I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee, ginger chips at me power chow. Say, and yet mappe ginger chips, dear. Eh? And then I worry. And it is something say, you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it so we will be opaque green tea to send me me green tea and I may be a gum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me sakanwa na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and our cajon and I yet mappe ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina move to me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver. Get your more kama. So we Ghana and so me patch free
0277 609 644.
Mappe ginger chips dear. OBA here.
Yare yes. Ubenya one fi yare. Yamfa yare so nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy, we are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055 000 5077 055 000 5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support.